Congratulations to the internet, man. You guys finally made it work, made it happen. Okay. Shout out to Mommy Rihanna to draw the line in the sand.
I personally think that she could have done so many things when she was talking through her recap of the Met Gala with her fans.
Yeah.
There were so many things she could have talked about. There are so many things during that recap where somebody would have been like, oh, did you get to talk to Rihanna? We saw you in the video. And she could literally have said, Rihanna was busy.
If you are talking to somebody direct, like talk to them direct, like don't go through the corners.
There's a saying that I live by that says, a stray bullet of truth will hit you like it was aimed at you. Right? You don't go church before when pastor they preach something. It has nothing to do with you, but they hold you for art.
So it's like a store.
Auction. It's sounding like eBay,
Exactly.
but
Auction,
with a
like
tad
eBay
bit.
track.
Right.
It sounded like eBay, but with a tad bit of fraud.
Okay, no, Belema, let's not do that
Yo.
yet. Let's not do that
Don't
yet.
fucking
Let's
kill
not
me.
do that yet.
Whatever. Jesus Christ. We have a lot to cover today. Obviously, lots of new music, lots of better to tap into. But yeah, Adekunle Gold being the major drop from this past weekend. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about the Seyi Vibez situation as well. Lots to dive into with the new Sarz and BNXN. I know it just dropped today. I've obviously not heard it, but I'm sure some of you might be itching to talk about it. We'll allow it. Yeah, man, Ayra announcement, the whole background behind that. But before we do justice to all those stories, man, ladies and gentlemen, we have TTC in front of us tonight, man. We're looking at the charts in Nigeria. We're looking at the music consumption data. What's it saying? Who's topping? Who is making the most noise in the country? And yeah, man, shout out to Turntables Chart for putting together data for us to check out. Any predictions? I think I always have to do my due diligence to ask if there's any itching prediction towards this week's top 10. Are we foreseeing the same old, or the new drops are starting to make some mark? What are we saying?
Landlord is selling his properties.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, this should be Ashake's domination, man. Oh yeah, we didn't get TTC last week, right?
There was no TTC last week.
Right.
Back outside was
No,
number
but
one.
I don't think you got my pun. I said landlord is selling properties.
It's selling properties. I know. That's what. Yeah. We get it. Well, speaking of landlord, okay, we have some activities outside the top 10, and landlord is present. Okay. Ashake's Asambe with Kabza the Small debuts at number 11. All right. So I guess this is the week we're getting all the Ashake debuts, which will be interesting to see. Ashake's former number one, Badman Gangster, re-enters the top 100 at number 12. Okay, and Ashake's Skillful debuts at number 16. That has to be the lowest from their album, right? That has to be the lowest, because yeah, it's quite appropriate to have that one there as the lowest too. Anyway, what else? We have the intro of Money. The album is not eligible actually for charting purposes on the top 100, as it does not meet the 30-second criteria set by TTC. It falls short just by 26 seconds. It would have been ranked at number 89 on this week's chart. As a result, it becomes the first track off Ashake's album not to enter the top 40.
It's for the best.
Crazy stat. Anyway, man, we have more activity outside the top 10. We had Tenny and Olamide. Zion ranks at number 13 on this week's chart. It debuted at number 5 last week. So it's nice to see Tenny up here. Okay. Beautiful record as well. And we are also seeing Omale's I Am ranking at number 14. The song has peaked at number 2 so far. Kid Kada and Marvel's Big Bum Bum, okay, still ranking at number 15. Fola's Fine Thing, Fine Shit ranks at number 18. It debuted at number 8 last week. And lastly, Wizkid and Ashake's Jogodo drops out of the top 10 for the first time since its release. It ranks at number 17 in its 16th week on the chart. How do we feel so far about the activity outside before we dive into the top 10? Anything jump out? Is there any quote unquote satisfaction from seeing Jogodo?
I think the only thing that jumped out to me is that Tenny and Olamide went from number 5 to number 13.
Oh, they were number 5. Right. It was number 5 last week.
Like,
yes.
Debuted at number 5, went to number 13.
Crazy. I mean, yeah.
I think it's the Ashake
landlord situation, man.
This thing is pushing a lot of tracks out of like the top 10. That's what I think.
Yeah, landlord situation. It looks like. All right. We're gonna dive into the top 10 this week, put together by Turntables Chart again. And yes, at number 10 this week we have Ashake at with Why Love re-enters the singles chart at number 10, having spent the better part of the last 30 weeks of the top 100 recurrent chart. It peaked at number 3 on the official top 100. And that was this week's number 10, Why Love by Ashake. At number 9, we have Amen by Ashake debuting at number 9. Moving up to number 8, ladies and gentlemen, we have the song that was the former number 1 last week. Okay, Benson and Sarz, Back Outside, drops from number 1 to number 8, setting the unwanted record for the biggest drop from number 1 on the official singles chart in Nigeria. In a more positive note, it is the only song in the top 10 that does not feature vocals from Ashake, preventing an unprecedented 10 out of 10 clean sweep. Oh my goodness. I love how this was worded, man. This is perfect. But yeah, that's Benson and Sarz with Back Outside at number 8. Any feeling towards that so far before we get into number 7? This is the only song that survived the top 10 clean. Any thoughts? Any feeling?
Yeah.
Any thoughts from my...
Okay, I guess my can answer.
No, it's obviously just easy. Go ahead, Dante.
I was just gonna say the claim that is one of like the best Nigerian pop songs this year. It lives to the name. So yeah.
Sorry, say that again.
There's a claim that Back Outside might be the best like Nigerian pop song this year.
This year. Oh, okay. We'll definitely have the conversation.
And I think that lives to it because it's a clean record, amazing arrangement, all of that. Like for a pop song, it plays everything, every formula you can look for is there. So,
Nice. All right. Positive note for Benson and Sarz Back Outside. Obviously, they dropped an EP today, so we'll definitely get into the conversation at some point. But yeah, man, that was this week's number 8. Moving up to number 7. As you can see, as you can tell, it's Ashake everywhere. We have Wa at number 7, okay? And at number 6, we have Oba, okay? All getting at the top 10 spots for those releases. No other artist has ever dominated the upper echelon of the official singles chart in this manner in history. With Ashake holding the first 7 spots on the top 100. All right, we're climbing up. We're climbing up to number 5. Number 5, we have Rora, that is debuting at number 5 on this week's chart with 5.01 million on-demand streams. Number 4 on streaming, and we have 6.62 million in radio airplay reach, making it number 106 on radio. This makes Ashake the first artist to hold the entire top 5 spot on the official singles chart in a week. Moving up to number 4. Okay, at number 4 we have MCBH. Okay, Money Can Buy Happiness, launching at number 4 with 5.28 million on-demand streams, making it number 3 on streaming, and 7.7 million in radio reach, making it number 89 on radio. Moving up to number 3, we have Worship. Okay, Ashake and DJ Snake's Worship slips from number 2 from last week to number 3 on this week's chart. After leading the chart for 5 weeks, it tallied 57.6 million in radio airplay impressions, making it number 2 on radio, and 4.73 million on-demand streams, making it number 7 on streaming. That brings us to this week's number 2. At number 2, we have Ashake's Forgiveness, debuting at number 2 on the top 100 with 7.01 million on-demand streams, making it number 2 on streaming, and 27.4 million in radio airplay impressions, making it number 20 on radio. It is one of the 9 entries of Ashake by Ashake in the top 10 this week. All right, that brings us to number 1. I'm sure you can guess just by measure of deduction. At number 1, ladies and gentlemen, number 1 song in Nigeria for this week, we have Ashake's Gratitude. Okay, debuting at number 1, the song tallied 7.3 million on-demand streams, making it number 1 on streaming, and 23.3 million in radio reach, making it number 27 on radio as it rockets to the summit of the official top 100. As a result, it becomes his record-extending 17th number 1 song on the official singles charts. How do we feel about this week, man? All but one Ashake spots on this week's top 10. How we feeling? Landlord, of course, is present. Any initial thoughts? Talk to me.
Is landlord. What can we do? Can't do anything now.
I mean,
we'll be back next week. We'll be back next week.
I mean, it's fair to say this was kind of expected, right? For the first week of Ashake's release. Especially if you've been paying attention to all the Spotify metric and records he was breaking with this one. I think this makes all the sense in the world. It's just very interesting to see that is still one song, obviously dropping from number 1 to number 8 is still quite the drop for a record. But yeah, it's still interesting to see that the number 1 song survived it. But yeah, man, we have lots of activity this week. Okay. In terms of new releases, at the top of mind is Adekunle Gold dropping a deluxe to Fuji album, and this is the Fuji Extra. So basically a new disc for the Fuji album. He had 5 tracks in there.
Caused a bit of commotion on the timeline.
I guess I know everybody's itching to do it. For the first track, Life of the Faji, okay, there's a line that got everyone talking, okay?
Did he get everyone talking, or did he get one person talking?
I mean,
and then everybody started
First off, we got the blogs talking. A lot of the blogs kind of picked it up. I think it was kind of like, I don't know. There's a few theories or predictions you can have about this whole scenario, but I think obviously the blogs picking up the quote and making it a thing was very interesting as well. They made it a thing. It was very curious, kind of putting question marks in the air, question mark. What could this line mean? Okay. And of course, whoever hasn't heard the song yet, the line goes, they love my Fuji. This one will be Fuji motto.
Kai, sorry, it's past. Don't worry, we'll free it. I was gonna ask of Emah Onigah, but God, just
Jesus is Lord. But this is the first. This is the first entry of new music, bro. Of course we will get
please focus.
I was saying on the charts. I don't know if you.
It just dropped.
We went past charts. What?
It just dropped. So I guess.
Yeah. So we wait till next week.
Yeah.
Okay, first. Then carry on, please. Okay. Sorry.
No worries. But yeah, man. The line is they love my Fuji. This one will be Fuji Moscow, which again it flowed nicely on the record. Shout out to Zlatan for the ad-libbing. Bedu, proper jam for that entire moment. But obviously, it got people talking. If you're not under a rock, Seyi Vibez dropped an album last year called Fujimoto. Okay. And he goes by the, I don't know, I don't know if he goes by it, but I think his Twitter name is also Fujimoto right now, and he has definitely been in the Fujimoto era for him. And yeah, like clockwork, he kind of responded. He responded and lashed out to Adekunle Gold, saying a good bunch of interesting things. First off, I don't know if Adekunle Gold would ever come outside to clarify or address what Seyi Vibez is going on about. Okay. But the situation is hilarious upon face value because Fujimoto can mean a lot of things. I think a lot of people just immediately like pigeonholed or took it to Seyi Vibez, and I'm not surprised, and I'm not gonna act oblivious to the fact that Fujimoto is probably Seyi Vibez is the closest point of reference to the term Fujimoto for a lot of like general masses. But Fujimoto in itself, it's a term, or at least it's a Japanese word that is a very common last name. There are a lot of celebrities that are called Fujimoto, like Fujimoto. It's a very common, popular name, just like Patel in like India or something. It's just one of those things. So upon face value, you can interpret Adekunle Gold just saying, this is not anything from Japan. This is my Fuji type of reference. And again, that would be up to him to confirm the interpretation. But I think what the running interpretation right now, especially taking Seyi Vibez' reaction to it, seems to be it's a shot towards his album. Or it's a shot towards him that they love my Fuji. This one will be Fujimoto. Like they don't like that trash, quote unquote. That's how he's been interpreted, and he has seen some. I mean, I don't know. We can open the floor as to what the reactions are, but yeah, his comments were not friendly at all. Okay, came out saying Adekunle Gold, you are whack, and your swag is whack, old fool. Adekunle Gold. Wait, I don't know. Twitter does this thing where he's translating. He translates it to Adekunle Gold Panda. I don't know Twitter translation, but Egmo, yeah, it was getting too much. Especially when it got to
he was angry about it.
Especially when it got to a jab at Simi and the recent controversy that she is thankfully coming out of, which again, another useless back and forth moment. I mean, going by pattern, again, I don't think Adekunle Gold is one to address controversy or noise in general. If he's not speaking about the demise of Manchester United, it's mostly about his music, right? And I think that's what we can get.
Hello.
You think you're slick? But okay, continue.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm opening the floor to whoever has reactions to this particular situation, man. I know Slickback, your hand is up. What are you feeling, bro?
So I would just say, like, as a writer, you owe duty of care to whatever you're writing, and people are going to interpret it in whatever way that they are going to.
Yeah.
First things first, even before the blogs carried everything, we saw that probably this was a jab because somebody did not clear a verse. Like there were stories.
Oh, those were theories that were coming out. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, there were stories before. So there is no way that nobody listens to that. Like everybody in the room, Zlatan, Adekunle Gold, Simi, the A&R, the producer, everybody listened to that song, and they did not think that this is going to hit Seyi Vibez. So if they didn't care, then obviously I'm not going to come and say that probably is because Fujimoto is the song name. No, that means that it was direct. Now, if it is direct, and this is what I will say, we have somebody that is, I won't say an elder statesman, but you are like a more like matured artist, right? And we have someone that's, I don't think Seyi Vibez is up to 25 or 26. Correct me if I'm
It's
wrong.
probably 25, 26, yeah.
Yeah,
There.
so young Gen Z person. I've said this again. I'll say it again. If you provoke people, you can't come and say that.
Don't provoke him to anger? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that don't provoke that. I'm saying like once you provoke somebody deliberately, bear in mind, I want us to be aware of that caveat. That it was a deliberate provocation, right?
Right.
Because first of all, he came out with a tweet before the album that said, "Oh, I said everything that I want to say on the album." That's what he said. Then we heard the album and we heard the Fujimoto line. So now, anything from there, right? He should expect anything. That's where I fall.
So you're saying Adekunle should not be surprised. They should not be shocked at this reaction. He should probably just laugh it off and not pay attention to it.
No, I'm not saying he should laugh it up. I'm saying you came for smoke. Finish the smoke. Oh. Please don't come and do unaware.
Okay, so you believe it's actual smoke.
Me. I feel like he came for smoke. Like he threw stone. Stone hit where the stone was supposed to hit, and everybody's acting like he did not throw the stone. Like his hand is behind his. I don't know if you get what I mean. Like
right.
Like if you are talking to somebody direct, like talk to them direct. Like don't go through the corners.
Okay.
That's also where I had an issue too with the Omale issue and the Reba issue. Like don't go through the corners.
Right. Okay. I can understand that.
Say everything like you want to say. Like say it outside. Like say even if you want to go on a Twitter rage or you want to spoil your brand or what people will say, this is Afrobeat. We don't care about media training. Spoil your brand. Even the whole Rihanna self, they collect. Everybody can collect. Anybody can collect. That's just the game right now. Anybody can collect. So if he threw that stone, I don't like when people are now like, oh, I don't want us to reduce the conversation to Fujimoto can be anything. We know what he was talking about. Zlatan said Fujimoto they put it in the ad libs. Like we all know he was talking to him. So I don't want everybody to like reduce his involvement in what happened. So if you open yourself for insults and people insult you, that's your fault. If you ask me,
does everyone agree with Slickback?
Totally not, for sure. I think it's overstated.
Okay.
I mean, you have to even prove that there was a shot taken, even though it's indirect to start with.
I mean, that's the nature of shots. To be fair, they mostly come indirectly.
That's a subliminal.
It's a subliminal.
I think you need to. I think there's a couple things that I think that we need to address.
Yes.
One of which is if you guys are telling me that Seyi Vibez is 26 years old, somebody needs to give him a skincare routine or somebody needs to.
Oh my God! I knew it was coming.
My goodness.
See, this is where I draw the line. This is where I draw this colorism. This colorism. This tribalism. This colorism. This.
Okay.
Imam, meet all of us. This colorism.
Telling an ashy person to oil up is not colorism, Sha.
Thankfully, the person that you supposedly claim is.
Wait, but Seyi Vibez is not ashy.
So. Thank you, but you can see one he has skincare routine and the other one.
Stop. Anyway, let's stay focused.
Now, I think that it's important with art, right? Actually, let me even start with this. There's a saying that I live by that says, "A stray bullet of truth will hit you like it was aimed at you." Right? You don't go church before where pastor they preach something. It has nothing to do with you, but they hold you for art. Because you know your heart of art
consciousness.
You don't.
You're
Fully
fully convicted,
aside, right? Exactly. The other part that I think is important to consider is I don't think that we need to blame people for their reactions when somebody incites them. So if this does come out to be a shot, it would be interesting. Like he's well within his rights to have a reaction, but I also think that reactions can have parameters, right?
Right.
Bringing his wife into it and things like that is just excessive, and it kind of defeats the purpose of what you're going for, because the goodwill that you're trying to make noise about in terms of people like getting on board,
you lose
will
some
then turn
people.
away
Yeah, you lose
because
some
they're
people
like,
with it.
right? So there's that piece. The other part there are two other elements that I think to be considered here. One is you consider the nature of who you think is jabbing at you, right?
Yeah.
AG does not give. AG likes peace for the most part, right? Overall, whenever he's talking to the people that did not see his vision or did not see where he was going or doubted him. He keeps it very. God is helping me rock this. I lock it with my family, but like I told you guys, I was going here, and here I am, and you guys doubted me. That's majority of what his music is, right?
Correct.
Even when he opens the song with Don Corleone or the album with Don Corleone or his Big Fish reference, it's never like to a direct kind of reduce
person.
anybody to anybody else. So
it's typically it's typically targeting the ideology of him being put down or someone that doubted him.
Exactly.
Just the concept of doubting
him. So that underdog mentality of like, oh, you guys didn't see me and here I am. I rose to the top. So if you factor that in and you think there's a subliminal, now brings me to my sort of last point. You both have their mediums that are connected to both of them in the industry, whether it's by features or their interactions or whatever. You can source the answer out if you truly believe, which then goes to Slickback's point. Probably the only part that I would agree with is if you did your due diligence and you found out that they were actually shooting at you and then you decided to go off, again, I agree with you responding in your own capacity. But again, you get where the response would get to there, like, what is this? Like, there's no need, like, shoot back at the guy that's shooting at you, either in the song or you said you have a project coming up. Go back to the studio and tell them to give you one track and reimagine it and shoot at him if you want to, add a line or two. Yeah. Who cares? But the noise around it just felt very. I saw it and I was like, it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
And then I listened to the line, and I could totally see how you can assume that the line is a shot. But then you see the video, I think it was Simi that posted it recently, where she was talking about how she was mixing, she couldn't mix the songs from the original album because she was pregnant, but then she was able to help mix the deluxe. I don't know if any people saw that post. And you're talking about someone who typically has work done. Yeah, I keep talking about this months in advance type situation.
Yeah.
Before the man came to Nigeria to do the orchestra and everything, like you can tell part of this deluxe is I'm coming to America, to Canada. Here's an offering, get you guys excited again.
Yep.
See some new people, the new feature with Olamide and everything, and let's go. And we're going to do some of this live. This beef does not make sense because I think use your brain before you get to, and I think Slickback's point that you said about all the people that are in the room. The man has too many, like, not, I won't say stake, like, he just cares too deeply. He's too intentional, which I think is also probably what you could use against him. In this case, AG.
Yeah.
AG doesn't make, to me, in my experience, as someone who like also knows him personally, he doesn't gamble on things. He doesn't leave things too much for interpretation unless he's trying to leave it loose for interpretation. So maybe that's what you could use against him to say, for him to have left the line there and the way it was, you know, he must have been shooting at me. But I swear, this is the same kind of guy that you would hear the song and you would say they recorded it 2 years ago before Fujimoto even dropped. Because if you hear Seyi Vibez tell you how Fujimoto even came up.
Yeah, it was very random. I don't think he actually knows. I don't think he actually knows that there's another term that exists outside. Because he told the story. Yeah, he told the story about he just bought a car. He put it in his living room, which, by the way, like, I guess that's something rich people do. I don't even know if it's physically possible, but anyway, he had a car in his living room.
No, it is possible.
No, it is. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. I'm just goofing, but it is. It was a situation there. His friend came in, kind of gassed him up and just said, "Nah, Fujimoto," type thing, and he stuck to that. I don't think he knew, or I don't think he made mention of the existing term, or maybe it's a play on words with the term Fujimoto, the Japanese term meaning like origin or awakening of something. I forget the actual Japanese translation of it, but essentially it's a very common Japanese term. But he goes on to name that name his album that. So in his understanding, he believes like that's probably the major reference that anybody would make. Like his album would be the major reference that anybody from Nigeria would make towards the term Fujimoto.
Wait, Emah, I just want to clarify, put a point of information.
Yeah.
So there are two things. Yes. Now, bear in mind, I did not justify whatever Seyi Vibez tweeted. Like, I don't like things like that. I also don't like the way he went about it. But I just want I want to remove the biasness from the conversation, because the issue that happens is there are two things. There's action and there's reaction.
Okay.
Now, you people are saying that AG did not do it. That's what people are. That's the way I'm hearing it, right? But I want to. What if he did it? What if it was a shot? What if it was a shot? Let us talk about it like that. If it was a shot,
Stay back.
What's the precedence for this? When has AG done this before?
No. Yeah,
hold on.
I know.
He's actually one of the few people that, like, if this was a shot, he would tell you it was a shot. He eventually will come and tell you people that it was a shot.
See,
I don't think this thing that you're doing is like there's not what's hiding in the corners.
Can I say something?
Well, let me just finish by saying that I don't know these people. I don't talk to them. I don't know them. I only is what I've seen that I don't know. You might know them, you might have their phone number. I don't know these people. It's how you behave on the internet that I know. So if you take a shot and everybody is saying it's not a shot, but everybody can also see that it is a shot, then what is, like, I don't know, like, that's where I'm just lost in the conversation. That's where I'm just lost. Because everybody said it's not a shot.
The whole industry is telling you that it's probably only one person that sees it as a shot.
So you know what's so funny is Emmanuel has been talking about the meaning of Fujimoto. I think we've talked about the fact that, like, a lot of people are very obsessed with Japanese characters. Like, what's the name of that other Nigerian guy that supposedly does real estate? Sujimoto or something like that. The meaning of Fujimoto, he has talked about the fact that, like, it's what a popular surname, right?
Yeah.
But it just references, like, people that are from the area where Fuji
is.
Where
Fuji is, the mountain.
But if anything, like, the second meaning of Fujimoto is really just wealth and abundance. And I think it's really why a lot of people, like, drag for that name or go off it. Which, again, it's Japanese, so it really depends on how you write the characters that determines what the meaning of the word is. And I think there's just an obsession with things and the way they sound or the way they go or whatever. Like, as somebody that says he's making a Fuji album, literally the closest thing that he could relate there that would have perfectly rhymed and all of that was actually Fujimoto, right? So
yeah, it flowed well on the song.
Wealth, he could have been talking about Seyi Vibez. I think my thing is, why does it matter? We spent a lot of time, everybody yelling at about how Odumodu should face black bones in the music, and now it's like, I see. If he wants to insult him, he can insult him. If he wants to be serious and make it about the music,
I say he should put it on wax.
He make his own song. I think, if anything, this has done more promo for the album. Yeah. My issue here is, I think it has done this thing where, like, it's the same thing that makes me get angry with the whole Omale thing and all of that. I spend more time thinking about the gimmicks or the things you are talking about or the situation
rather than the music
than actually talking about the music, because in reality this is just the first
which by the way we'll get to.
This is just the first song of, like, Fuji Extra, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, when you really think about it, kind of like, you say it's the life of the Faji. You people will be fine. Also, Seyi Vibez will be fine. And really, if he must have done something to him that makes him feel like that makes him believe that he's being attacked, shout out to him. Let
Okay,
him fight.
on that note you just said, there is a running theory that Seyi Vibez did not clear a particular song in the background, in the behind the scenes, hence why Adekunle Gold might actually have an incentive or a motive.
That would make sense,
A
actually.
motive to take a dig at him. Do you guys see any truth to that? Because people played a snippet. I don't even know. It was a snippet of the song.
Thing to think, and that's also a fair thing for J Vibes to take as a way to see everybody will be fine.
Especially because of the Burna and EG. Like, I think Burna and Seyi have a close relationship, and Burna and EG are, I won't say they're like opposites or they're fighting against each other, but I feel like there is that brand image where one person might feel like the other person is trying to be like the other person a bit. So
no, see again. Stan. Later tonight. Later tonight we're gonna.
No, but I'm just thinking of the reason why Seyi would turn down.
No, real quick.
An AG feature.
Real quick.
Give me an example.
Don't worry, Belema. Let me pause you there. Later on tonight, we'll talk about Stan manufactured beefs in the industry. We'll later come down to that, okay?
I'm fucking dead.
We will later come down to that.
Like, this is not like a Stan manufactured thing, but there's always been a thing of like people saying that EG has tried to like.
You just described Stan manufactured.
I don't think it's Stan manufactured. There have been conversations of people saying EG has tried to incorporate like aspects of like Burna's brand into his thing, and I'm not like, and I'm not trying to knock.
You are describing Stan. You're describing Stan manufactured.
So anybody now?
I can't believe guys.
So anybody now
that
I have a feeling that Chibi is trying to attribute this to like performance related situations. So
there were conversations.
It would then make me ask the question.
No, we've seen the conversation.
So anybody that decides to elevate their performance now is copying Burna Boy.
Nope, it doesn't have to be, but there are conversations.
I'm just saying because there was Fela, there was what's this guy's name again?
Again, Stan manufactured. You guys are describing Stan manufactured things, bro.
Sonny Ade exists, bro.
Okay, one thing I will say is, are there any Burna and EG records?
They don't have to be in order for them to be beefing.
Are there any ways that David just don't?
Good comparison. And anyways, I can see. Okay, why else wouldn't like Seyi Vibez do a song with like?
Chibi, let me answer you.
Hold on.
Wait.
Free will. Fair enough.
The reason why I don't even like Chibi's question is very, very simple. You could have argued that what is more likely in this world?
Yeah, which is more likely?
AG project or song for the last 10 years, and it just happened. What? How many months ago?
Like we were literally talking about.
You were not sitting here shouting for issues.
We can't go off of features, bro.
Problems. Like, why are we doing this?
We can't go off of that.
God, that's honestly.
Yo, guys, this is just a theory that's up in the air. Like, I'm thinking why Seyi would not.
It's your theory, though. It's your theory, right? Are you sticking to it?
Yeah, definitely my theory. Like, I'm not coming out here saying that this is like proven fact or anything.
Okay.
But I'm just trying to assume, like, why wouldn't? Especially if they're like,
because they don't wanna.
You people will leave Burna Boy alone. No. When
can I?
Yeah, we do need to enter Burna Boy. Yes, Dante.
The question is, why didn't you give him a verse, right? Not because I don't know what's going on between that. But I will say, even if this might be a reach, AG and Zinoliski have a song. He doesn't like Zinoliski. That's kind of what makes sense.
What? You guys are just. Again, I don't know.
Please,
I don't know. As in, bro,
Stan manufactured.
Wait. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. TB can now see.
Tyler Perry no do pass this one, no. Shonda Rhimes.
What's confusing to you guys?
No do pass this one, no.
Vibes have issues.
It does not have anything to do. Bread, dough, and butter. Please, like I'm so confused.
You guys are making a love and Afrobeat episode right now, bro.
Have issues with each other, and it does not matter who they.
It is okay. That's Dante's theory, right?
Wait, I just said this is a reach. And also, this makes a lot more sense than Burna Boy and AG.
Okay, so you're saying your theory is
And
better than Chibi's theory, right? Is that
Yeah, I'm just my theory is better than like I'm actually my theory is on my theory is on. No,
okay?
that would be Chibi. Sorry,
The Zinaliski route is stronger than
you're confusing
the
me.
Burner route.
My theory is an answer to Chibi's verse having question of like, oh, it could be like an allegiance thing. I don't know. I actually don't know. I'm just saying because it's actually a thing that some random people can beef about. It sounds very ridiculous, but
can I tell you why that theory doesn't even hold water? Because there are people that are trying to, at least they again, in the world of comments, in the world of instigating things that do not exist, there were people that were actually coming for AG for taking Zinaliski off the remix of Party No They Stop, the international remix that he did. So again, so that allegiance thing cannot even, like, again, I'm just saying why those things cannot be in the main connection here, because again, like,
yeah, but he did the song in the first place.
Yeah,
that doesn't change anything.
I mean, but the fact,
my point.
But
the song together in the first place, I'd missed them having issues.
That was 3 years ago, and after the fact, he dropped a remix that didn't have him, which then saw another quote unquote separation.
10 years.
But anyway, fair enough. We're just coming up with theories tonight, man. Anyway,
can I say something?
Mrs. Watson.
Miss Watson to you, yes, please.
First of all, I want to address this. Adekunle Gold is married to Simi, not Zinaleski, so I don't think anybody will give him beef like that. Because it's so wild. Like, this song was but that's not even the point. I think what is missing here is like literacy. I don't even know if I should call it media literacy, music literacy, or lyrics literacy. Like, we hear it all the time in music. Like, it might not exactly have anything to do with Fujimoto, but it rhymes with Fuji. It goes with Fuji. Now, the thing that we know is that he said Fujimoto, and this other dude has a song that is Fujimoto.
An album.
All the other theories that we have, we don't know if it's true. Do you understand? So we can't speak on that for sure.
Oh, this
what we know is that somebody referenced something in lyrics. Is it not Tensky that mentioned Rema's name and Rema's song title? I think he said something calm down.
This one, calm down.
Yeah.
This one,
Rema. Yeah.
And I don't think anybody in their right mind will be like, fuck Tensky.
Yeah.
Because it's it makes sense for the lyrics. Like, you know how they say that we don't know what it means, it's just provocative. That is exactly what went on. Do you understand? Like, all these theories that we are theorizing is because people are just stupider. Sorry. Like, people want to be spoon-fed things, and I think that's what happened to Bro too. I'm not saying he's stupid, but like, if he had just calmed down and if it was Rema in that moment, he would have realized that it's just a lyric. Like, if there was actually no beef that comes out in weeks or months from now between AG and Seyi Vibes, this is such an egg in the face moment, because you are a lyricist, you're a musician. As somebody that now officially writes, yes, in some months I'm going to come and give you my credit. I'm writing for a big musician now. I'm joking. But yeah, like, you'll be in the writer's room and people are throwing out like literal doo-doo garbage and the funniest lyric. Do you get? And they're just throwing things on the wall and hoping something sticks, and that rhymed, and he said, let's use it. Like, it's banter. Like, are we going to be arrested for doing banter now? Like, obviously Seyi Vibes is allowed to feel how he feels for the lyric, but like, there was a smarter way to respond. Yes, you can't police the way people respond, but to be fair, to be honest, you're supposed to be Seyi Vibes. Something like that small is getting your head. And people,
honestly, it should be above him, but yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I've been seeing this narrative on Twitter, and I want us to kill it. Like, pro-abortion this one. Because what do you mean that, Seyi Vibes is usually on his own and he doesn't fight? Have you guys seen that guy talking about his former label mate? What do you mean? Oh my God. And obviously, another thing, somebody mentioned this, and it was the most salient point that anybody has given. Even though it's not the most practical, but it made so much sense to me. Like, you have to look at the person you are responding to and the person that said this thing. Does he have a track record of being freaking messy? No, it doesn't. So calm down. Like that, it go that okay. Anyways, just calm down and look at the person that is. It's like Drake dissing Adele because she made a living. Like, this is historic. This person is historically not troublesome. I'm not even the biggest Adekunle Gold fan, but it's just common sense. Common sense leaves the window when average people, like people are talking most times. Like, you throw away context and you just say anything. You say that is carrying beef for a song that he did 3 years ago that I removed the artist out. Anyways, thank you.
Anyway, appreciate was it to you, man. On that note, man, I think it was solid
And
observation.
I have another theory. One last
Oh
theory,
my
guys.
goodness! Please don't tell
I have
me
one
This
last
Pandora box by being open. I beg.
God,
We cannot
God.
forgive me.
Yo, you know what? TV, I love
Everybody
you.
just missed the
I
most on
love,
the
I
nose
love,
theory.
guys, I love when people reference the Pandora box in any context. That is, shout out TV. Anyways, this is my theory. My theory is, Sarah is dropping an album, guys. And maybe he just doesn't care enough about Adekunle Gold or Adekunle's opinion of him that he just decides, hey, this is an easy thing to talk about. I'm just gonna indulge and say whatever and not care.
Too much
Then
grace.
maybe in front, I'm just gonna apologize and be like, oh, I was a kid and you're younger than me. You're older
Way too
than
much
me.
credit.
You're my big brother. The same thing he did for Bankuli, right? And then it keeps you moving. Like, that's like my own theory. because I
Okay,
don't
second
think
theory.
it's actually
Okay. Yeah. Way too much credit.
The most on the nose one is just that he's releasing a project and just needed buzz, because this is just it feels very sorry, like, to me.
I
I don't
promise that he
understand.
did not know. I promise he did not
Like,
know.
That's the same theory
it
with Dante.
is yeah. It just
It's as
honestly,
easy as that.
Miss
It's as
Money
easy
didn't
as
say what I
that.
wanted to say. I was just being generous. I didn't say it, but sometimes when you're on the high, oh god, I already used the word. Damn it. When you're on the high, you come
I
down.
just want to say hi.
You already said
No,
it.
I think Ms.
Come
Watituya said what Ms. Watituya said is, again, we've said it already, like, contextually, what makes this make sense? Like, ask yourself the question, right? What exactly would make this, like, be a thing that you actually wanted to diss him? And I understand people can definitely read it as one. And yes, you can say it's poor judgment on Adekunle's side to expect everybody to be okay and just dance through that line. But then again, context has to make it make sense, in my opinion.
But there's another context too. And I'll tie to the
Can
music.
I comment?
Sorry, 9V. Sorry, I'm just holding on 9V. 9V, please go ahead, and then I don't know if Ose wanted to go as well.
All right, you see, firstly, yeah, to be honest, even though I don't think there's a beef, because I feel like there's just one person making noise and the other person pushing this album. But regardless, I feel like the caliber of beef we have in the industry is so annoying. Like, niggas just want to. And another thing is that I think I said it a few weeks ago while on the space that the worst time you could pay attention to an artist is when they have a project to release, or they just want to clinch on anything about them and make it a big deal, and so that their name will be on the TL, and Twitter has made it easy for them now. They will make a news out of it, put it on the trending wherever, and they will trend for a day or two. Because to be honest, yeah, Adekunle Gold, I think he has this witty writing wherever. He featured David on a song and he called Weezy the Fine Boy. He featured Ifele on a song and he's saying, Toba, let's say, Joe. I mean, he has done like 3 or 4 times. His boss is Olamide and he made it like a subtle diss at, I think he said, me go button so I can talk.
He's
Like,
spicy. I don't
bro,
understand people saying he's not spicy.
it's not spicy to me. I just feel like you just need to understand that that's the way he writes. Like, he has a funny way to just pass his message across without putting serious whatever into it. If you could do that on a song with Davido and his hyping Wizzy, I feel like it's so he wants to be spicy to the guy he's featuring and he's hoping he's pushing song. Come on. And then the song came out. If you look at the timeline, this nigga, it was someone that brought that lyric screenshot to the TL, and he was making a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
Then he just came and you don't even know how to even address it. You start cussing out. People are not paying attention to you. You came back to me the of the night, start cussing out as well. Bro, it's because you have an album to release. And it's annoying, bro. Because I think we even have to do a special edition of this space for that nigga and how he has been doing his craft. Because that shows that you don't even have a plan for the promotion of your album if that's the thing you want to jump on to push your craft. It's not worth even having a conversation about, to be honest. Fujimoto is not your name. Bro, your name is Seyi Oluwaseyi. Fujimoto is a Japanese name. Why are you annoyed that someone is it's really annoying, Daddy. And I think I'm getting a little bit biased towards the issue because of the way he addressed it. I know a lot of persons have repeated this line that we shouldn't complain about about the way someone reacts to things if you're trying to get reaction of them. But again, the truth of words, the way he came back in the middle of the night to take it back to an issue that, bro, you just want people to talk about you, nigga. It doesn't worth it at all. It doesn't worth it at all.
Right.
It doesn't worth it at all. That's what my own thing, bro.
Okay. Thank you so much, man. Did you want to say something?
Yeah. I think now we captured it properly. Yeah. I think his reaction has made people not even pay attention to whatever it is he was feeling in a way. And this whole thing just reminds me of the whole my CDQ line that CDQ too personal, like, in a way.
No, but did CDQ actually take that personal?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
I don't remember seeing that, but that's crazy. That's crazy if he did. That's crazy.
It's actually funny, yeah, because Adekunle Good and Seyi Vibez, they are not like rivals. They don't have any friction. Like, we haven't seen them cross each other in a negative way to suggest that Adekunle Good was taking a shot at him. Like, where's the line? Where do we draw the line? So it's just been funny to see, and then his reaction has just made him look silly. That's just what I wanted to say.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Slick back real quick. Oh, sorry, KD.
Yeah, KD.
Yeah, KD and then slick back. KD.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I want
Sorry.
to hear this.
No, you don't want to hear. I don't. I think what I wanted to say was more like comments on what other people were saying, like especially if they focus with the theories. I mean, most of the time, like.
Hello, are you there? KD. Yeah, looks like we got an interruption from KD. But in the meantime, slick back, you can go ahead onto KD.
Oh yeah. I want to push my own theory, but I'm bringing it back to the music.
Okay,
now
let's hear the theory.
We've talked about the first song where he threw a direct shot where people don't want to admit. Then the second song, what does he do? He brings in Judas.
He brings in what? He brings in his up.
Yes.
Okay. See, this is another theory. I love
TMA. I love TMA. Please let me just put that caveat. I'm just pushing agenda. I love TMA. TMA is very good.
The only theory that has any.
Yeah, this is a theory that has weight.
Can we just free all these theories
I've
are big?
Burna Boy,
I don't even know where this. The reason why the Burna theory came up was because of the verse thing. That let's just clear that up. You guys were making you were saying that they were not clearing the verse, and I was like, why would that happen behind the scenes?
Okay.
But like, I think
on a side note, I
want to put something on record.
Wait, on a side note, Chibi. I know Burna is producing or executively producing the next Seyi Vibez album, but do they have a relationship beyond that, like that, to the point where he can control the clearance of a verse?
No, definitely not like on that level, but I think they have a close working relationship where I know that Burna and his team definitely extend like a branch out to Seyi in different like ways. And I know that for sure.
Okay.
And I don't think it was a far reach in terms of if there was like animosity between him. You know, hearing that theory out loud is actually wild. I don't even know why I brought it up. Like,
Because I actually
I
want to
have never
understand the
been more
logic.
grateful
Oh
for
my
like real
god!
time
Thank,
like
thank you so
you know when
much.
you actually
developing.
like
Real
hear.
time reflection.
Thank you
That's
so much, man.
Anyways, I wanted to
like
put something
okay,
out on
like
record. Let me just
Chibi,
kind of.
Chibi,
shake clear
Nama
for
you be,
Burna.
because a lot of people would have doubled down, but Nama
No,
you
no,
be,
no.
God,
It's fine. It's fine. I think we're speaking on the verse thing, and I was just kind of
Right.
drawing lines based on EG and Burna. But speaking on the actual music, I think what 9V said is like 10/10. Like I definitely agree with. I don't think that this guy is a very witty writer. What's his name? AG. Like I don't think he's trying to take a shot at Seyi, and if he does, he'll probably take a very good one. That would be more, subtle and maybe a bit like, she would have to like actually what's the guy trying to say about me? Um and yeah, I just don't see why someone who has never done this would start doing this now. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. So
Right.
Can't
I'm more on
lie.
that side.
Can I?
Next drop, AG is definitely taking a shot because what was the point? What was
Yeah.
I,
the like before? I
you know,
wasn't
you
I,
know
even
and
what,
I
you
don't
know
even
feeling
what?
think it
down.
would.
Yeah, but yeah, 1000%. There's if you look at his projects, is it like the track like Don Leon? I can't remember the other one. Um, it was a few years ago where he just
I
it
mean,
wasn't. I
okay,
don't think it was
okay.
a shot.
Like he is,
Yeah, but like
there's many shots
this
on okay, okay.
because this man has never been more up than
Mm-hmm.
he is right now. Like he's like the show in Lagos was amazing. You have two coming up, July 4th weekend. Like you're up. You just had a kid. You're happy about your life. You just had this McAllen partnership. There's no reason to go and look. And this is not the target that you find if you are winning, if you want to go into an actual fight. Like this is just not
Yeah.
who it is, in my opinion. I will also say this. Can we please actually talk about how good the deluxe is? Because let's talk about that for a second. Because
Yeah,
the
we're
songs are
definitely
actually
gonna
really good.
get to it. Yeah, for sure.
But I was before we even get into talking about the quality of the songs, the Simi song, the first of all, why are they flirting with each other? I'll come to that later. Um, I do want to say there is no artist that's writing you blog posts that's beefing with Seyi vibes. That's what I want to leave you with. That's just take that. It's not right. Nobody's writing letters to your fans and then you come online and be shooting shots at someone. Like that's just not happening. Let's be real for you.
All right, no. All right, all right, all right. On that note, I don't know if KD is back.
I mean, I'm back, but I feel like I would be wasting your time. Do you want to move on to something else, right?
Fair. No, I mean we can definitely still on the AG baby. The
Yeah.
extra, okay, Fuji extra, the new records. We
I
got
mean, I'm not.
we got TML vibes, we got Simi, we got Olamide, and half Zlatan or Soto Zlatan. But anyway,
Yeah,
thoughts on the extra.
it's alright. It's nice. The I'm not even want. I don't want to talk about the deluxe. The deluxe will be fine.
Yeah.
It's more of the like I feel like this because somebody mentioned that a lot of people would have heard this song.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the people that would have heard this song is Latan, who said Fujumoto Ketsu. So I feel like the if there's any reason why it's probably not a diss, it's because Zlatan is there. Because if it was a diss, it probably would not have wanted to be on it. Because it would have felt like, nah, I don't have a part. Because I don't assume I'm not. I don't know anything like both publicly and privately that suggests that Shay Vibes and Zlatan have an issue. So like that, I feel like if it was a diss or a subliminal or something that could be taken that way,
Yeah.
Zlatan would have probably removed himself from the situation. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, AG could have gone ahead and done whatever he wants to do, but I don't think Zlatan would want to be in a situation where he's taking backup for this song. So
Yeah.
that's but then like, I mean, as much as like their lives are public, like there's so a lot of times like these artists like it could be the most of the times what fans and stans say or what the media is saying and all of that plays a part in who they think as a beef or who does not have a beef and all of that. It's like
Yeah.
it plays a part like over especially when it's over time. So yes, maybe there's nothing between like for example like person that mentioned maybe there's nothing between Ayra Starr and Tyla, but like right now just
Right now,
I'm not sure they're friends. Like
yeah,
they're not.
exactly.
Yeah, like it has become so much like
Mm-hmm.
even if they were friends before, it would have been reduced. Like
Yeah.
the same thing will probably be like for the Bonner and AG thing. Like it's you hear it a lot, and two of them were probably saying it, and they probably don't see everything. And then there's now easy ways to now draw the lines, like AG is close to Davido, Bravo doesn't fuck with Davido. Like it just becomes the whole thing, and they just But for Vibes and AG, I feel like if there was a thing between them, like especially like a clearance level, because clearance issue would have everybody will be dissing everybody every other Friday if it's clearance, because almost everybody doesn't like everybody has not cleared somebody else's song. Like it's a very it's almost normal to not clear songs. Like the reason why most of the songs don't come out is because one person is feeling too much. So I don't think clearing songs will be a reason to shade someone, because it happens
quite often
a lot. Like even people that have probably collabed with both artists now have probably not cleared some songs in the past. So like it's so commonplace that I don't think it will be the reason for this. But in the spirit of like Fuji music, I feel like Vibe should get in the booth.
Should get in the booth.
You know what's so funny? The Burna mentioned, the only person the two people that immediately came to mind were Benson and Victoni, right? Y'all remember that one song that is never coming out with Victoni? You know how many times Burna don't clear? Like, everybody will be fine, man.
Yeah, like clearing verses is very like there's so many verses that are not cleared and people still do music together and all of that shit. So yeah.
For sure. All right, Dara, I know you've been quiet, but what's good, my bro?
I'm good, man. You were not here last week.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Anyways, this whole thing has just been funny. Because like generally, I'm over like all these deluxe, all these things, and all of that. So
I found my people.
What do you say?
Never mind. Go ahead.
Emmanuel is also over it.
So like when I heard I was releasing deluxe, I wasn't too ginger to go and listen. So, but then this whole thing on the TL,
and then you were gingered to go listen.
So I went to listen to it, and it was nice, but I haven't really gone back. But I know that it was nice music when I listened. So I was just like, controversy, they ginger things though. So like, yeah, but in the end, I don't know. I think AG used to write in very spicy ways sometimes, because I've heard him say certain things, and I think maybe because some people are not Yoruba, you might not understand certain things that he's saying and all of those things. But like, I hear some things that he used to say, and I'm like, it looks like you're throwing shots here and there and all of that. Honestly,
do you have any examples at the top of your mind, or?
That's one on Big Fish that I actually thought maybe he was talking about Bado, where he was saying he doesn't take money from body loan, that kind of yarns. So,
but Bado is here on the extra.
Yeah. Like I'm just saying. So, but when I heard it, it sounded like this could be directed at Bado and all of those things. But you're never certain on all of those things. So, but in general, I would say from his demeanor in general, he doesn't look like he's a troublemaker. So, which is also funny too, because artists do all these things too, where they're fucking with their guys, and they're also in the face of everybody, they look like, oh, the nice guy that is not looking for trouble and all of those things. So, but I also, in the end, I like the energy if they're doing that, because I think, like I always say, I always tie it back to like the way hip hop leans on the culture, like all of these things, subliminals, this is all of that. So me, I don't live with them, so I don't know the real deal. So yeah, but it's open for is open to interpretation. That's the general thing, Sha. So and those kind of things, they make the whole thing exciting, whichever way you want to spin it. So yeah, but That's where me I'm at with the
Gotcha.
whole conversation and
So,
all of that.
Okay, for all my betting people, what are the odds that there will be a reference on this to in the latest Seyi Vibes album, Swagoo? Does anyone expect like he would actually put some energy to this on the
Will the
album?
album be ready and submitted?
I mean, sure, but
Trust me,
shit
if
can
there will
happen.
be any, it will be so cringy.
I
And you
get.
can easily
I
guess
think
how he's going to say it. You might even cuss him out in your reverse straight. Oh,
you.
don't expect this much from him.
But
I love him way, but I just like this, bruh. Adekunle Gold and Shea Vibes, really?
Yeah.
Come on.
Davies sounds so fucking disappointed.
Yeah,
Why did you drag me to this?
It's not an interesting
Um,
beef, or it's not anything that has substance, so I can understand that
yeah,
100%. Like, it's
yeah.
not something to hold on to.
I
But
1000% feel like because of how active Olamide is in the current season where he's like on tracks and collabing with people, I think the call would have just gone out to be like, guy, what the hell is going on? Like what is this? And
yeah,
more than anything, you probably get an apology or some like stupid picture of them together when he finally drops and they'll pretend like nothing happened. But like
yeah,
he's not gonna do it. And even if he does anything, I actually think that this is gonna be worse for him because if you now go and shoot at him again and it's whack, then
yeah,
you are now you look double stupid. So
yeah.
there's just no point.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
And
I think AG will take a subtle shot in the future, though, because he didn't say anything after he said all the comments and he just quiet and moving with it. So I think now AG will take a subtle shot at him. That's how I feel.
You know what I think is more likely though? I think in between his performances, because the next time you're really gonna hear from AG is in about 60 days at his show,
in is
right?
that the New Jersey show or
The
the
New Jersey, they're back to back. I think New Jersey is the third and no, second and the 3rd of July. I think.
yeah?
I can't. I think Toronto first and then Jersey. I
Okay,
think
Toronto is before Jersey.
I think so.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that. They're
Okay.
very close to each other.
Yeah, yeah.
I think in between when he's saying something and he wants to go into another
Hardcore.
track, yeah, he's gonna say something. He might crack a joke and be like, since they're fighting me or something like that.
Yeah, knowing
like
Adekunle Gold, he has a
yeah,
charm on stage that he's definitely
yeah.
gonna
That's
address things or talk about things.
that's what you're gonna
But
hear. That's what you're gonna hear.
I can foresee that. For sure.
But as you sort of transition into talking about the songs on the project,
Yeah.
I'm with you. I typically don't like deluxe projects. I only like them
My
in
ministry
a
is
few
moving.
circumstances. Yeah, no, but see, I agree with you overall, but I only like them on specific in specific instances like this where you have
Disc
a
one,
pretty
disc
big
two.
no. Well, if
I
you
was
make it
thinking you were
very
going to go
obvious,
that angle. Yeah, because
no,
I actually prefer it
that
this
actually,
way. I prefer
yeah,
it
yeah.
this way.
So no. I think the breakdown of it actually I like it this way, where it's like this one, this two,
Yeah.
right? Where you can listen to one of them and you get a completely different vibe than the other one, or even though it's the same sort
Oh,
of
I see
general
what you mean.
theme.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I don't, or you have something like this performance that's coming, and you have things that wouldn't have made it on. Like for example, I don't think that anybody's going to expect him to walk out with Simi at this show, but like there's some kind of
He
play that you
could.
can expect. Like Olamide opened for him in
In Lagos.
Lagos. And that you could do the same thing where Olamide shows up to one of these two locations, but you have a song to perform together. Like there's things like that I think that it makes it make a bit more sense
Makes
to me
sense.
that I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, cool. Like this is like versus like, oh, it didn't really do well, and then I'm gonna insert some new songs in it so people can go back to listen to it, which is not what I think is happening here. I think it's more so here's the offering for the second part of it. Or just doing I even think if I'm going with agenda since we've been agendaing, I think the remaining songs are the songs that Simi did not get to mix. That's she finally finished mixing them now. They're like, here you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense too. All right. But in general, about the music, any thoughts, any feelings? Beyond.
I love the
Yeah.
first track. I love that first track, that Life of the 5G.
Yeah, that's a
I
standout track for me. Like that,
I
I'm there
love
with
it.
that one.
I love it. I also love Blue Fire, but I was like,
Yeah.
guys, you guys just had a baby. Like, stop this thing that you're doing. Like, why are they flirting with each other in my ears? Like, talking about I love you, I love you. You are in the same house. You tell each other. It wasn't there.
Yeah, they probably recorded in their home studio. Yeah, it is what it is, man. All right. All right,
Oh
beautiful
yeah,
stuff,
I
man.
wanted to say,
Yeah.
that I love Shake Shake. I love Shake Shake.
I need to go back to Shake Shake because I know TML
She
was
did
was
shake,
having a
shake, shake,
moment.
shake, shake,
Yeah,
shake, shake. Nah, 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 nah.
yeah, I need
I
to go
love
back to
TML.
that.
TML is like,
Slickback, does it remind you of something? There's a song, like an older song that it reminds me of. That shake, that part reminds me of
It has to be
hmm.
something Shina
but
Peters now.
something like that. Like, but it's like old. Like I feel like I heard it in like 2003, and I can't remember about where I heard it from. It might need to sit with me for a bit, but I don't know if anybody else
Yeah, no,
picked that up.
you might be onto something. I think you
I'm
might be
too, I'm
referencing
too
that.
young. I'm too young for that. Gas Pepper, Gas Pepper.
Jesus
Go
is
ahead,
Lord.
see vibes. Though.
Hello, trash vibes. Anyway, on the side note, I know we started with the beef, but yeah, speaking
Um,
speaking of fan instigated material and beef that we have in
sorry.
front of us. Um
So sorry.
Congratulations to the internet, man. You guys finally made it work, made it happen. All the
Ira
bitching
versus
of
Tyler.
oh, she stole this from her, Ayra stole this from Tyler stole this from Ayra. All of that has compounded very subtly into this very moment that we see in front of us. Okay, shout out to mommy Rihanna to to draw the line in the sand, and making it clear where everybody is aside, man. But obviously, everybody's talked about it. We know what's happening. The Met Gala happened. Um, Before I even get into this story, man, shout out to everybody that is a shade detector because my shade radar is so bad. Okay,
It's very bad
my
in my
shade
mouth.
radar is
So bad.
terrible because when the Met Gala thing happened, and we saw Tyler was in the corner somewhere. It panned away from her into Rihanna and basically giving more attention to ASAP Rocky versus Tyler, and Tyler just looked one abandoned person in the corner. That's what it looked like. And Tyler comes in the next morning to address it, and to my obliviousness, like I was just thinking, even if that's a word, I was just thinking, oh, okay, she's just clarifying. Oh yeah, like Rihanna was occupied. She probably would have said hi if she wasn't occupied, you know,
Don't
and
fucking kill me, nigga.
and that was all cool and cutesy. I literally, for me,
Emmanuel, you walked away
listen,
from
I walked away thinking, oh, okay, this is a non-issue, right? Like this is not a
Man,
big deal.
we're on the same boat because I don't know where this
and
is
then
going.
and then
Can I
we
be
see,
honest? Can I explain something
yeah,
to you?
yeah,
Can I explain something to you guys?
okay,
I want to start by saying that, like, I genuinely, like, if you guys remember when, from the early days, I've very much been against stans. I genuinely think, like,
yeah.
stans are really the downfall of it all. But I think the takeaway for most people would have been okay if Tyler stopped at she was busy and she was occupied and she couldn't speak to me. That's not what Tyler stopped at. And I
Okay,
think
what
that's
did
where
she
the
say that
problem
triggered
is.
people?
The energy, as somebody that has very much always been compared to Rihanna, the thing that twists it is the fact that she has referenced that this was not her first time meeting Rihanna. And the first time she met Rihanna, the same thing happened. That is where the shade
Oh,
comes in.
she said that in a video.
So essentially what she's implying is that every time she has met Rihanna, because she mentioned she had met her the year before, what is she's essentially implying is that every time she has met Rihanna, it has not necessarily gone
Being
like,
cordial, but that's not true,
yeah, but it's like both
right?
times. Yeah,
Because
but
I think
like
of
if you
positive images of them.
imply that every time you meet somebody, they essentially don't have time for you. It implies that what you're saying is they're blowing you off.
Right.
And that is where the shade comes in. Now, as somebody that has been listening to Tyler since, somebody corrects me, when did Getting Cool come out?
2019
2020,
was her first single.
2019,
Yeah,
Abby.
19.
2019,
Yes.
2019,
So,
yeah.
as somebody that has been listening to Tyler since 2019, I think it is a very, very jarring experience, to see people that like did not experience Tyla till Water, or people that did not experience Tyla till she did that one single with
Zara?
Ayra.
Oh, Ayra.
With Ayra. So for people that know, Girl Next Door came out like 2023,
Correct.
but Getting Late came out 2019. So between 2019 and 2023, she didn't do like a lot. She had that one popular song that was the theme song for that.
For that, so
South
that show,
African-
that South African show, yeah.
yeah, the South African popular Netflix show. She had that one song, but she didn't really have anything between that and 2020, between Getting Cool, Getting Late. I mean, I keep
Getting Late.
mixing them up. Getting Late and Girl Next Door.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because after this whole Rihanna thing happened, people started posting videos about how what was that? Was it Afro Nation? I think it was Afro Nation that Ayra was performing, and she brought out Tyla, and a lot of people were talking about how like that was the first time they had ever encountered Tyla and her music.
Oh, who's saying that?
Oh, Emmanuel, they are videos.
They're only from I guess.
But like, if you actually like watch that video, you can see how the crowd reacts, because genuinely, like, a lot of people there knew who Ayra was. Maybe a few people knew who Tyla was, but it was just always very interesting to me because before that Afro Nation thing, I already knew who Tyla was, and so it was very interesting as somebody with that eye view to be witnessing this. And so the overwhelming opinion has always been Ayra is the one that introduced us to Tyla. No, just say Ayra is the one that introduced you.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Not us to Tyla. And I think that Tyla's approach to music has always been very specific and different. The direction she chose to go has benefited her so much.
Tremendously.
And I'm a Tiger down, love her. But I'm also a Sabi girl, and I love Ayra down. And I love that one of the things they tried to do at the beginning, when people started pitting them against each other and saying, well, Ayra is copying Tyla's dance moves, and Ayra is doing this, and Ayra is doing that. It was very much an easy thing for them to do.
Yeah.
But I genuinely think that, like, it is very much fan manufactured, because up until even last year, they were still hanging out.
They were in December. It was 2024, I think.
Like
2024
even,
December.
like
they were
2 years ago now.
Yeah, at DJ OB,
right?
like they were kicking, hanging out.
Always been very cordial,
kicking, bro. I just used the term kicking. This is going to be our most sassy episode. I love it. Anyway, go ahead, please.
But I think, like, through the years, we've seen people manufacture things. We've talked about, like, it has come up all the time when people talk about Wizkid and Burna, or Wizkid and Davido, or this one or that one.
Yeah.
And then it actually starts causing actual problems where the people themselves are now actually fighting each other.
Yeah.
And
but we can't take Rihanna out of this. We cannot take Rihanna out of this.
Whether Ayra or Tyla took this seriously, it was not. It might have been something they might have blown off until she made that statement.
Right.
Because once she made that statement, it was ready.
It was on site.
Unleash. It was literally her.
That's crazy.
Unleashing everything, and it's like, you know what? I've been holding back.
So would you say it's fair that she probably should not have made that video?
I personally think that she could have done so many things when she was talking through her recap of the Met Gala with her fans.
Yeah.
There were so many things she could have talked about. There are so many things during that recap where somebody would have been like, oh, did you get to talk to Rihanna? We saw you in the video. And she could literally have said, Rihanna was busy. Because for those who actually paid attention to the Met Gala, there were so many videos that came out where it was clear that Rihanna was angry. And she was getting into it with ASAP. And there were
videos of
it's like
Rihanna and ASAP
have just said,
having tension.
Oh, Rihanna was Rihanna was
occupied.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but can you let those of us that are oblivious to whatever the fuck is going
Okay.
on
To add more
know what
context.
happened?
Okay, so
Because
sorry. I know Belema kind of jumped in
Yeah,
order
so
to finish
that's literally what it is that she could have in that video said Rihanna was preoccupied,
Right.
so we didn't get to chat.
So what happened after the video was Rihanna
what
dropped a
she
recap.
said, what she said was her extending it past she was preoccupied into this has happened multiple times and situation.
Right. I just want to help Adekunle real quick before we move on.
And that is what, as most of you people know, if you are not new to the internet, if you are not new to Twitter, Rihanna is the queen of petty. She's been the most petty person.
Wait. Rihanna, sorry. Before we get there, let's actually give context, Belema. But let me because Adekunle says he's kind of clueless to the event. So let's give the event first, and then we would add all the takes on that. So so the Met Gala happened. The thing with Tyla's video, she comes out, which I was thinking it's a safe video. There's no trouble here. It's safe. It's chill. Then Rihanna drops her own recap.
So that's what I'm saying is that Rihanna is the queen of petty.
Yes, but
her dropping. So Tyla made her own video of her own recap.
Yes.
Now in Rihanna dropping her Met Gala recap video, as the petty queen she is,
right?
One of the songs she uses in her video is the Ayra Starr song, "Who's That Girl?" Right? And because everybody had been responding to the Tyla video, they immediately pick up on the fact that Rihanna has dropped her own recap video with an Ayra Starr song in it.
Yes. And then that's where the petty becomes obvious to me.
So that was still not obvious to you?
No, I said that's when the petty became obvious.
Oh, that's when it became obvious.
It became obvious that Tyla's situation was taken like as an offense because again, Rihanna, of course, having context that she is in fact Mama Petty, she dropped a song, which of course, again, stan culture. There's always been mumblings and somewhat of like a safe internet rivalry that existed between Ayra and Tyla. It was safe up until this point because Rihanna decided to get in a bag. She chose a song that was very, very, very apt in order to send a message. And then the follow up to that was our girl quoting the tweet and tagging it as icon.
What is important to also know.
I'm just rendering all the context first before we get into the actual discussion, Belema.
Yeah.
Right?
What I think is also important to note is between Ayra's and between Tyla's recap video and Rihanna or live with her fans or whatever, and Rihanna's video, between both of those things, the stans played a big part in it too.
Yeah, for sure.
Because when Tyla points out like, hey, this is 2 years in a row where this woman has basically ignored me, the stans respond by saying, guess who Rihanna has never ignored? Ayra. And they post all the 5 million videos of Ayra talking about Rihanna, Ayra meeting Rihanna, Ayra talking about the fact that like Rihanna knew who she was because she was talking about like her cousin put her onto her and she was calling Ayra by her government name and this and all of that. Like all of these different things are them trying to prove a point of like, hey, by the way, while she ignored Tyla, guess who she has never ignored? And then Rihanna's video comes out and then Ayra responds and then we get an album announcement. It's just succession
which is absolutely brilliant. It would have been crazy if she didn't like kind of pick up on that momentum.
I think stands also a service to artists.
Yeah, it is. And it's just sad because obviously it felt like they had a good relationship. A decent relationship that felt like it. But I don't think it would be the case moving forward. Or at least it would take some.
Jesus Christ! Why are we falling?
Yeah.
Are we? Is the walk away from this now that Rihanna was upset by the video and was petty in response.
Yes.
And are we extending that to assume that Ayra and Tyla are beefing?
Oh, absolutely, bro. It's the politics of it. You definitely see it.
Circumstances.
It's so unfortunate, but it is. Wait, are you guys actually confused about?
That does not make any sense in my head.
I'm not.
Oh, you guys don't know how the internet works.
Hold on. Here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. If you have as much as followed the music industry, at least from the West, from the 90s, you understand that when you have two artists that are at the peak of their
same
powers,
age, same sound,
about the same age, about the same look.
They feel like they're going for the same target. Yeah, exactly.
Not even that they feel like labels will try to make sure that the narrative is that because it sells, right? Like put both of them against each other.
For sure.
I just thought, to Belma's point that the submission she made earlier, I thought they've worked hard enough, the two of them, to make it as obvious as possible that, hey, we like each other. We're not beefing each other. Even if there's going to be this like media narrative, I don't think that I walked away. I think I walked away from this primarily being as Rihanna being like, stop making assumptions. Don't tell me what I was doing. And Rihanna hates that, obviously. And has responded in this scenario. Maybe it's not Rihanna that has dragged that into this beef now because this one now thinks that, oh, her picking the song meant that it was a direct jab. I don't know. Also, as someone who watched the Met Gala and watched the videos, I just thought Rihanna was high. I thought she was high the whole time. I thought she was high and she was not paying attention.
To be fair, it looked like she was upset. They obviously they had a couple. They had a very natural couple disagreements that happened.
I promise
so she was frustrated.
What is more likely for you to observe, in my opinion, is what happens where your girl is high or higher than you.
Oh, she doesn't have to be high.
Wait, Joe. In that particular scenario, it looked to me.
I know, but she doesn't have to be. She doesn't have to be high.
But like in this particular scenario, it looked to me like Mans is over here having a great time on some chill vibes. And Madame has extended past you and you're not catching that she's giving you. That's all it looked like to me. This manufacturing is crazy. I just think that if anybody is wrong, air quotes, I think Tyla should have made the video.
You think Tyla shouldn't have made the video?
I don't think she should have. I don't think she should have spoken on it because
I don't think
at this point.
Was fine making the video.
I agree as well. That was really what.
No, I think because
but it wasn't fine. I don't think it was fine to make the video.
But here's why I think there's an issue. There's whether it's what's the name of that company there's this media company. They've been pushing the thing lately where they're trying to get a buzz based off of like who interrupted who during the interviews, who didn't like, who walked away from who. Not TMZ. There's somebody else. It's like it's not Complex. There's someone that's like another company like that. You can tell that's their play lately on the red carpet, where it's like, oh, you ask this person a question and then this other person comes by and you quickly like move to the next person. Anyways, it gets a buzz because there's people talking on the timeline like, oh, this person ignored this person didn't say hi to this person, Russell was doing this with Sierra, whatever. I just think that you shouldn't play into that the day after or 2 days after and be like, oh, this person didn't stop to say hi to me.
Yeah.
Knowing fully well what's going to happen when you're arguably going up against one of the most violent armies in the entire
and if I could cut Tyla any slack or have any sympathy for it, she probably felt embarrassed. Honestly, she felt embarrassed by the situation enough that she was kind of getting clowned on the TL with it enough to like be triggered.
A lot of her fans have been asking her for a Rihanna interaction.
Belma, can you provide context to what Rihanna did say to Tyla when Tyla finally got to talk to her?
I don't think it matters.
She didn't talk to her.
She said she didn't talk to her.
I don't think they spoke.
That's the point. She didn't talk to her.
That was the issue.
Yeah.
No, so she said, oh God, I don't like talking about this. Anyway, she said, my baby daddy is calling me.
That was the last year.
That was the last time.
That was last year.
She was scared to go this time.
So
that was last year.
Okay.
Yes, Dante. There's only one video.
There's only one.
The previous interaction was Tyla telling us what happened. Nobody was there. We didn't see it. The second one, you can see Rihanna standing and Tyla is in the corner, and it looks like like Tyla's just standing there in the corner,
Do you know
and
what's
she said she was
funny?
too scared to
I
go up.
Yeah.
I thought that this was the people wait for red carpet and they wait for their turn at pictures.
Oh, so you thought it
That's
was
why.
No,
that kind of
no,
situation?
no.
Yeah,
No,
and
no.
then
No,
I
no,
What
no,
she
no,
No, it
what
I
she
thought
wasn't.
was
people were.
saying, her point was basically that this was not the first time she was seeing Rihanna. She has seen Rihanna before, and then they actually said words to each other, but Rihanna was essentially busy and told her that her baby daddy was calling
She was
and
occupied.
left. And then this year, this is the one where you saw the video. So I think that in her recollection or chit chat with her fans, all she needed to do was like, yes, me and Rihanna were in the same place, but we didn't get to chat and move on. But she further tried to explain and talk
She
about.
fed the beast called the internet, man.
Yeah, and she felt like talking about the fact that like, hey, she was preoccupied, but also the last time I met her, she was also
Okay.
preoccupied. Like, girl, you didn't need to do all of
Okay.
that.
In
So
all of this, there's only one person
an
to blame,
attempt
and it's
to
Ben,
maybe
because it's ASAP's
defend
fault both
Yeah.
or
times.
not let
I have a question for
our
you guys, but
fans.
Dante, go ahead.
I was saying, like, so it seems like in an attempt to like maybe ward off our fans from dissing Rihanna or anything, she over explained and caused
Yes, exactly.
more
Yeah, yeah.
problems.
That's exactly what
You
happened.
Oh,
just
that's
didn't
fine.
That's
But
give
hold on,
Rihanna to
no.
explain. Nobody
Yeah,
asked
she
you.
over explained.
Hold
Yeah.
on, no.
Explain.
No. Okay. Okay. All right. All right.
Hold
So I
on.
have a question for you guys now.
Okay. This is not the last thing. Ima, please, before your question,
Yeah.
I still don't see how this connects to Ira.
Okay.
Like, reaction.
That's exactly
What
why
if she
my
doesn't have
question.
context?
Yes. So that's exactly you're leading into my question. Okay. So now with the information that we have right now with the video, with the Met Gala situation recap, now Ira's response, or Ira coming in to kind of put a stamp of approval to the quote unquote jab,
Did
or,
she?
or that's the thing,
Did she?
or she's just
I don't agree
she's
with that
just
framing.
Okay, I
oh
don't agree with
wait
that,
and
Emmanuel.
guys, now you don't let me land.
No,
You
yeah,
don't let me
actually,
land. Let
no.
me
No,
you
we
don't let me
can't let
land.
you land this
Wait,
one.
I was
Can't
giving
let you
you
land this one because actually,
I was
no.
giving you
Homegirl
two.
was excited that they used that
Actually,
song.
I was giving you
He
this
had
or
nothing
that
to
now.
do with that
Relax.
situation.
Can you
No,
guys
no.
listen?
Okay.
Listen. I was giving you a this or that. So that was the this. Okay.
Emmanuel, this is Abigail
Jesus is
and
Lord.
boy space,
Damn, you guys should
please.
chill. I was thinking like, okay, is the conversation now, or at least what's the look, what's the outlook of Ira's response to it? Because on one
Okay.
hand,
So,
Do you know
can
so
that?
you
Emmanuel,
Wait,
can I
let me
stop
have dilemma,
getting
please.
interrupted?
Do your this or
Can
that.
I at least not get interrupted for a quick second? Jesus is Lord, man. I'm just asking a simple question.
Okay, please go ahead. So your
Okay.
this is
Yeah, so I was a bottom line. I was going to say, Ira's reaction to it. Is it which perspective or how are you guys taking a reaction to it? Are you taking a reaction as a naively, oh, Rihanna just posted my song, so naturally I'll get excited, call her an icon, praise, like give a lot of I'll give a lot of praise and approval to it, or she's like being subtle with her quote unquote animosity towards Tyla, that this was an opportunity and I'm going to take it to make a statement, to kind of draw the line in the sand type of moment and make a stance with how I feel about Tyla, because we're not going to act naive that this does not affect their relationship, right?
Emmanuel. Can I say the answer to that is both, but
Okay.
also, like she can literally. Here's my thing. The problem here is that there's an assumption that there's a response. There wasn't a response, there was a reaction. And I think that's where the mistake is coming in, is because Ira didn't actually respond to any of the controversy. What Ira did was react to something that she was included.
That will be indirectly
And then
taken as
that
an
is
approval.
where the conversation then shifts, that the onus is really on the stance, because literally this could have been a conversation of Tyla and Rihanna, but what happened was the stance brought
Ira into it. Yes, of course.
right? And she never responded to the stance bringing her into it, because what they did was
Of course,
set
Salima.
up the whole thing of Rihanna's talk to our babe. Rihanna did not talk to your babe. Lovely, love
Belema,
that.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that though.
Belema,
So when Rihanna posts a video and has her song in it, has Ayra's song in it, all Ayra responds to that specific video is icon. Because in reality, yes, she's an
Belema.
icon. But when you say this or that, do you think she was saying it, in Rihanna posted my song? Or was she saying this in the, yes, you're an icon for ignoring that babe? It could have been both. I don't know Ayra's mind.
Okay, so your answer is it's both.
Like, it could have been both. And I'll do more to her if it is both.
Okay.
But, like, that
Alright.
would require mind
Double
reading.
enter there.
See,
That would
guys,
require mind reading.
guys,
So-
I feel like
Sorry, Miss, what's it
Ira
say,
was
go?
very generous with her response. If not me, I will put
Interesting.
Navy certified. I'll put Rihanna
Interesting.
certified. Rihanna knows me.
Rihanna knows me.
Hashtag Rihanna says hi.
All she said was,
Hashtag
icon,
Rihanna
and you're looking for
Wow.
response.
Don't fucking
You
Wow.
understand?
For
Rihanna
people that
this is
say
why some of us are
they cannot
spaces,
see
because
shade.
what?
For people that say
Wow.
they cannot see shade, why are you seeing shade inside icon?
Wow.
Do you
Somebody said
understand?
icon, you're seeing shade.
Also-
you said you don't see shade.
Come on, guys.
Also, can we actually be realistic?
Uh-huh.
Everybody has been calling Rihanna a bird during this Met Gala thing before Tyla's stuff came out because they're like, she's dragging ASAP around.
Yeah.
This girl comes around, double, triples down and says, oh, my baby daddy is calling me. Do you know the amount of people that start saying, oh, she's a bird, she's dragging Tyla,
she's
ASAP around, she's a baby mama. Like, that was shade.
Okay,
That was calculated
okay.
shade.
Thank you. I wanted to also reference.
Wait, Emah, can I
Okay.
respond to your question,
Sorry,
please?
Yes.
I honestly just feel like this is so. There's a couple things at play here. Arguably, one of the biggest pop stars in the entire universe uses your song and unintentionally drags you into beef.
No.
You come to call it beef.
I'm not judging how. Don't get me
Hold
wrong.
on, wait. Let me respond. Let me just say this, right? They're on the same label. If right, rock. They're both on Rock Nation, right? As of today.
Yeah.
If anybody,
I mean, managed
same,
by.
same, managed. Yeah. So management, whatever. You have an album coming out. You already knew that your album was coming out in and around this particular window, right? You ain't no freaking way they're going to give you this much free promo and you're going to pass it up. Arguably one of the biggest events of the year happens. They use your song. You did not unprovoked.
Yeah.
All you said was icon. She said a fact. She did not lie.
Okay.
Rihanna is an icon.
Okay, so are you saying wait, on that note? Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Now, if there's anybody here, there are two people here that had intentions when they woke up that day and they made intentional moves. The first domino here is Tyla with that video, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what anybody says. I think one of the sides that we haven't spoken about that people have an issue with is people are saying, oh, she shouldn't have made the video. And some people are saying, oh, well, she's not media trained, she's young, da. People are like, no, if there's one person of the new generation that is as media trained as fuck, it's Tyla. And she knows
100%.
if you mention someone's name, if he could have been, and here's the problem: people think that it's just Rihanna. She could have mentioned Nicki Minaj. She could have mentioned Beyonce. She could have mentioned someone that has a cult following, and they would have attacked her the same way they did and dragged her. There's an extra spice to this one because there are rumors of conversations around Ayra, Tyla being like the sort of quote unquote the industry's replacement of this like immigrant, artist that comes in and comes like the next what's it called? Caricature of her, or whatever the case you want to call it. So I think there's an extra spice there that already makes anything you do with this specific person's name was always going to cause an issue. So you waking up, being in bed, talking about, and if you watch the video, the little matter, you could just tell, it was just bad. Like somebody should have
the optics of it was...
The optics of it looked bad, right?
Right.
So there's that. Now, if you go and look, if we're just playing the numbers game, if you're a marketing team, right?
Oh, yeah.
Rihanna drops this video. On Twitter alone,
of
that
course.
video has like 24 million.
No.
Like,
Ayra
ain't
is
no freaking way. You
no.
think Ayra's gonna see
Ayra cannot
the
pass
tweet
on
and
it.
be
I
like,
know.
You're lucky she only
hey,
said
my
icon.
babe.
Ayra,
Hey,
I
my
understand.
babe.
I understand that Ayra cannot pass on it. I understand clearly that Ayra cannot pass on it, but she knows.
So,
but the thing is that she must know that this comes at a cost of my relationship with Tyla,
And
right?
she's willing to
she's
pay
willing.
I honestly, but here's the thing though.
Yeah.
I think what happens next would then let us know if it plays out the way we think it plays out, because I think we're playing it out very like how we've seen the industry play out before for people that have been pitted against each other.
Right.
But I don't see, like, maybe it's just me, I'm being generous in terms of how I've seen her and Ayra and Tyla interact with each other. But I could dead see them being on the phone being like, yo,
Yeah,
is
kicking
Rihanna
in.
mad at me now? Like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't say
Wait,
that.
I mean-
not
Like,
even going far.
No,
You know
Yeah.
where I see the both of them? I see the both of them on each other's albums. You people are just playing with each other. Fine.
Listen, I don't know.
I don't see it playing out the way we all think it's gonna play out. I think Tyler is probably like, oh my God, I didn't mean to piss her off. Like, that was not my intention. Like, I was just like talking about the review, the recap, Like, I'm sorry. Like, maybe I'll talk to her later. Like, that's just how I think it's gonna play. I don't think it's gonna turn
Who's
to
to
be.
say that maybe Tyla is also irritated and that's why she did what she did? Because in reality, this is the same Tyla that on this same internet, that this girl that is from South Africa, they were telling her she was copying Rihanna's Bantu nuts. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
Bantu nuts that are from her village. She's copying Rihanna.
No.
If Tyla was irritated, I get it.
Yeah. No, but I just think this scenario just exposes the nature of or at least the toxic nature of stan culture, because again, there were so many fights that were needless in the middle of all this that happened beforehand. But I think they're kind of maybe they're just exploiting that riff that they have manufactured for them, ready to be used. And I think they're just taking the opportunity and just running with it. Again, I'm obviously, like, I am rooting for Ayra. I think this moment might go down to be a very pivotal moment for her. And I say this because we've seen the work that she has been doing in the US market time and time again, like on terms of platforms, in terms of how she's actually even tweaked her image in a way, tweaked her sound in a way that, again, it's very, very solely targeted, okay, on that US market. And now she has an opportunity that was handed to her by this entire Rihanna Tyla thing that might kind of make all of those things kind of pay off in a way, because, bro, she's lined up for an album. I don't think I've seen any Tyla post get as many, or any Ayra post get as many impressions as the album announcement did. Like, and again, the eyeballs
The
of the
album announcement
US,
was crazy.
The eyeballs of the US market that she has been, her and her team have been since the whole Rock Nation marriage. They've been working tirelessly for. I think Rihanna just handed it over to them and said,
and I
just
think
say,
what's
run
also
with it.
interesting is that right after she makes the announcement, who responds? Doechii, right? And
Doechii,
like,
exactly. Doechii now is on
like,
board.
oh, you're dropping
which
the
is
album
so
on my
sick, by the way.
birthday.
On a side note, which is actually ill, like Doechii and Ayra, like, being a thing is actually dope. But again, it's coming
Doechii's
in the
like, oh, you're dropping on my birthday.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, like,
it's coming on it's coming on the momentum of this quote unquote toxic fan activity that has she's kind of leaned into it now. And I don't know what the behind the scenes looks like for their relationship, but my dear, upon face value, it looks like there has to be a rift now between Tyla and Ayra, right? Moving forward. And that's the thing that I think that she knows that, okay, this momentum, me leaning into this, comes at that cost. And I think that's where she's able and she's okay to live with that. I think she's okay to live with that.
She's willing to pay. She could have done this thing where I think that's where I always say the whole idealistic versus like realistic, right?
For sure.
Where it would have been so great of her if she
to
was
stay
just
away
like,
from
I am
right?
not
like,
supporting any crazy beef. I'm going to pretend like I didn't see any of this, or I'm going to come out and tell all my fans, stop this nonsense. She could have done all of that. Or she could have responded and said a lot of things worse than Icon.
if you come up with someone in a very big industry and you guys just by virtue of the space don't interact with each other and don't build a relationship or whatever, and you're rising at the same pace, totally fine. It's a very different scenario when you have come out, you have songs together, you have interactions together that seem to be positive, and then all of a sudden turn it to negative. It feels
Okay,
honestly to me, it feels lazy.
Adeus, let me paint a picture to you. Two people come up in the industry. One is doing steady, the other one blows up pasta. Okay, they start asking, "Are you guys friends?" One goes to is it Radio One Extra? I can't remember the interview. Three different interviews and says, "Oh, we're just girly pops." Da, da, da. One comes to the country of the other, is about to drink shots with them, and South African people start saying that, oh, she didn't drink the shots with Aria and Thames because they're going to poison her. They were saying so many disgusting
Okay,
mean shit.
we're going.
I'm not
Yeah,
even
yeah.
joking.
I mean,
You
I'm
people
not
were
even
not.
I don't
I'm
doubt
not
that
Me, I
people
was
said
even.
that.
No, it's true.
and
It's true.
Tyler
They
never
said it.
came out to
No.
say
Tyler
She's
anything.
not
never opened
wrong.
her
Yeah.
mouth
Tyler
to say
never came out to
stop
say
this
anything.
It's a
There
nonsense.
are at
stand,
least
yeah.
three interviews that
But
I
Okay.
watched with my
the
eyes
only, sorry, just one last thing. The
with
only
Ira
thing I will
defending
say
that
about
babes.
Tyler is why she may not want to speak. So let me give her the benefit of the doubt. Is that when she spoke up for the Nigerian girl that did the Miss Africa that pageant, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah,
Forgotten her
yeah,
name.
yeah, yeah,
Chidinma,
yeah.
yeah.
Chidinma
When she spoke up about that, everybody tried to shut her down in her country. So I think from then,
Yeah, Tyler
when
Yeah,
defended
but did
that
they
girl.
cancel her? Did she drop from the charts? No.
No,
So
but
that's a cop out. That's a very easy
no,
cop
no,
out.
no, no,
They
no.
said
Wait.
two
it's the
people want
benefit
to
of the
poison
doubt,
you and they
too.
are supposedly your friends. I
Guys.
know we
We're
don't
doing this
try to
thing.
throw shade
We're doing this thing
on this
where, oh
platform,
God.
but like
Okay.
let's be fucking serious.
No.
I know
Okay.
we try to be
It's
like copacetic and like good and whatever on this platform. But if we are keeping it a buck 1000, this is not, oh, this girl is copying you. If you like, keep your mouth shut when they say Ayra Starr is copying you, whatever. But like to say that they are and this girl is chronically online. We see it, we all know.
no, but
This girl is like a
it's
Lil Nas
it's
X. We know. It's not no. Emmanuel, it's
it's
not
not
a
it's
secret.
not a
If
fair
you are a fan of
expectation.
Tyler, which I am,
Yeah.
you will know that Tyler is chronically
She's
online.
I know,
online,
Like
but
no.
the
again,
meme
I
that they've been
One
understand.
thing
telling
about
Tyler to
Tyler
do
is that
for
she's
Halloween,
online like
this girl
mad.
did it for Halloween.
I
Do you
understand. I
understand? So she
understand.
saw all the vitriol that was being thrown at these two women.
When
She
she said
saw
sorry,
it.
I'm not
And
sorry, yeah.
that's when I stopped like liking her
Nah, it
as a
doesn't
person and I kept
justify
it on
it.
into music. Like that's when I was like, okay, I'm going to
Got
like
you.
this girl's music and forget about her personality because
Oh
that
man.
actual incident was BS. If we're keeping it a buck 3000, but if we want to be PCO, we can say she did not see it. A record label told her not to. Da, 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 da. She reached out to them in the back end. Who gives a
No,
South
but
Africans were being
listen.
xenophobic towards these two women that you are friends with. Ira did not need incentive to go on those three. Three. That's me. I watch you. I'm sure Ira has talked more than that because you know she loves doing where the girls and guys.
Yeah,
Three
I
that me I
remember the
watch
BBC
Like
personally.
extra
woman
one where she was
commando.
talking
Damn,
about
this
Do
how
you
is
the
different than
Tyler and
understand?
I
Ayla are
thought.
So
cool and
that's
they're
the thing that like
friendly
Yeah, I
and
don't
bothers
understand
me
this
about
one
Wait,
this
because
wait.
if
girl.
somebody
I
asks
can't
There was
you,
believe
a time,
someone just
where,
said
Emmanuel.
woman
where
commando.
There was
we
a
have been
time. There was
shouting,
a time.
hold on. I just wanted
There
to
was
say
a
we've
time
been
they were
saying that this
So,
is
coming
not the
at
same
sorry,
everybody's
Miss
Zara.
What's
friends.
sorry, Ade was Ade was
Like,
finished.
Sorry.
Ade was quiet.
like no,
Sorry,
but I feel
sorry,
like we
Miss
just
What's
tell
here.
people to not say that they're friends. If you're not actually friends with someone, it's not okay to say that you're not someone's friend. I don't say that you guys
Okay,
are girls. What's the issue here?
Miss What's here? Sorry, can I respond quickly to what Miss What's here said? And I completely hear it. And of course, yes, we should keep it a buck 100 and everything. Um, but keep it at a buck 100 in this scenario, it starts to gear towards that stan influenced rhetoric of listen, every silence is written as a, or at least is connected as a statement in itself, which I don't think that has to be the case in every scenario. Yes, there must have been some attacks towards Ira and Thames in that situation. But to be very honest with you, I don't think it's as nationwide spread to say, oh,
Emah.
listen. I know again you guys are entering stand territories. I don't want you guys to jump me because I'm thinking there's an actual weight of issues to address versus for it to be held up against her that a silence is being quote unquote a statement in that scenario. Like they can and I don't expect, and we shouldn't place that expectation on every celebrity to quote unquote control their stands. We've seen this time and time again. We kind of beg it.
I don't think you can control your stance.
Of course, exactly. That's my point, and I don't think it's
You
a fair.
can't, but you can.
I don't think
you
it's
can.
I don't think
You
it's a
can
Emmanuel,
fair.
I don't think that's
Sorry,
that's,
just let me land this basement.
Biggest way ever.
Just let me land this. I don't think it's a fair justification for Ayra, or at least for Ayra fans to now use that as the reason that, oh yeah, I'm supporting Ayra's decision to kind of draw the line here. I don't think it's.
yeah.
It doesn't.
Wait, hold on. No.
It doesn't
My
hold
hand
weight.
has been
You guys,
up.
in
doesn't
the
hold
heat of
weight.
the moment,
Anyway.
it sounded like I was saying Tyla could sign it or
Yeah.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm just saying that
yeah.
there have been several attacks that were heavy, like online.
How heavy is the
popular
question, though?
Attacks.
How
Not
No,
heavy?
they were,
see,
they were
attacks,
see.
not. Just
big
because you didn't.
popular
No, but was
attacks.
he heavy to the point where she actually needed to make a statement? Was it anything comparable
Emmanuel,
to?
it was heavy to the point.
Was it
where
anything
people that
comparable
don't
to the
know
Chidinma
Ayra-
situation? Was it anything comparable to that?
Yes,
Yes,
more than.
even
Oh,
They
more
call
than.
Ayra a
See.
man.
Okay, come on, you guys are
like,
lying.
You don't understand.
You guys are
Wait,
definitely
wait.
lying.
Emmanuel, please.
Wait,
please,
Emah,
one
Emah.
second.
You cannot compare
Please,
to the
my hand has been up. Oh, my hand has been
Okay,
up. Oh,
everybody,
my
Slick
hand
back.
has.
everybody, can
Wait.
everybody
Slick
give
back,
me 5
you get
seconds?
to it. But trust me,
Please,
it was not in the
real
same
fast, real
magnitude,
fast,
man. Let's not
real
lie
fast.
here.
Lovely. Slick back has had his hand up.
No, Slick back is gonna go now for sure.
And I want him to be able to speak.
Miss,
you want
what's
me
it
to-
here?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Come on, man.
Please, you will ask for water, and God will give you champagne, and God
Amen,
will
my
give you
brother.
champagne.
I beg,
And
man.
see, what I can see here is that when people say, "Oh, you want women music, you want music," you people are out of touch. Are they with you, Emah? You people are not seeing the things that have been going on for
They
the
only
past 3 years.
men.
Oh my
They don't be
God.
doing that.
It's only when Seyi Vibes is fighting
No, but
AG.
we're
If you
comparing.
will come out.
We're
It's
comparing it to
because
a
Tyla did not
scenario.
say her
Come
name
on,
is
man.
Aria Moon.
See,
That's why.
Emah,
Come on, man. There's actual real
let me tell you.
xenophobic situations that happen,
See,
right?
see, I know.
Yeah.
I
Anyway, go
know,
ahead.
but Emah, see, let me paint it to you. Let me paint it to you. If you are a follower of Ayra and you follow Mobstars and Mobstars appear on your tier,
That's what I'm saying. You're proving my point.
every three Eke market days, there is always one South African fan saying the most craziest of things.
Again,
and now,
Go viral.
from a stands
viral.
POV,
And
that
now,
looks like the
wait,
world.
hold on, Emah, let me land.
When
Let
it's
me
not.
land.
My point is that it's
Let
not.
me land.
Sorry, go ahead.
See, let me land. Whether
Your
you
mic is a
stand,
bit far, Manuel, by the way.
whether
totally.
it's a stand POV, whether we are stands, whether I don't care. I don't care.
Okay, as long as you admit.
I am a stand. I am a mobster, Sabi boy. Every time I want to talk about,
Right.
you people have to realize that Ayra versus Tyla, quote unquote, in quotes, all of them, is a very sensitive thing. First of all, we're not just talking about two girls against each other. We're talking about Nigerians against South Africans.
I know.
We're not just talking about Nigerians against South Africans. But so you have to understand that even just 3 weeks ago, we were talking about why the Ashake or just last week.
No,
why
for
Ashake,
sure. Yes.
Yeah. So you have to understand that you think it is not a big deal.
No.
But when hold on, but that's how you are saying.
No, I'm speaking to the very specific scenario that she's citing.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That you are looking at the very specific scenario.
No,
but
all
all
of
of
that
us
very specific one. Slick back. Hold on. That very specific scenario that Mrs. Watson to you was talking about. They called Ayra a man. I need you to understand that. Like, Emmanuel, you don't think it was that
they clowned her outfit also because she wore the
like
guys
I'm
again.
so serious.
But
like,
Nigerians were helping Ayra too, though. Everyone was clowning her.
Emmanuel,
Again, you guys don't understand what I'm saying. You guys don't understand what I'm saying.
These people are stands, Emmanuel, but they are still people.
You guys are just making the point
random
of
people
stand.
Wait, sorry, one thing. Emmanuel, can I understand what you're saying?
Everybody's talking over each other. Let's give us 1 second.
Let me launch her.
Yeah.
Slip back.
Please, I've waited for everybody. Please, people should bear, man. Anyasha. Yeah.
Hello?
And he has disappeared.
No, I'm
Emmanuel,
still here. Oh. I cannot disappear.
So why the silence?
MTN has
Please.
reversed me.
Okay, go ahead.
Please, I just want to learn that there's a lot of context that this whole weekend is lacking, and I feel like in you, Emmanuel, you are seriously lacking, and Adeus, you are seriously lacking in the context because a lot of things have happened, not just one. Like any Ayra performance, any Ayra drop, any Ayra song.
Bro,
She's
I'm
dancing
telling
like
you,
Tyla. She's
you
singing like
don't
Tyla.
see it. You
She's
don't
trying
see
to
it.
do like
But
Tyla.
when these conversations
You think I
happen,
don't see
they
these
end up
things?
going into very, very xenophobic.
I see those things, and I know the category where I place them. My issue
hold on,
is
Emma,
where you place that
Let me
category.
land now.
Hold on.
Let me
First
land.
of all,
Let me land.
Emmanuel,
I'm
you're
not being
very far
oblivious
from
to the
your mic.
context. I'm not being
Hold
oblivious.
Yeah, Emmanuel, you're far from your
Emmanuel,
mic.
you're very far from your mic, so we can barely hear you.
Okay.
But also,
Yeah.
just because you move past it does not mean other people are
No.
moving
That's not
past
what I
it.
even said. That's not even what I
You
even
know,
said.
so Emma, let me
hear
land
you.
now.
Yeah.
Let me land. So now you are looking at 3 years, 3 years of something that has been brewing, and your so-called friend.
I opened this topic with that point. I opened this topic with that point.
You
guys
have
are making
not
it seem as if I
addressed
didn't
it.
know.
That is one. That is one on one side. Now you look at the Rihanna situation. Before Tyla video, Rihanna went viral on Met Gala. TMZ dropped videos. Everybody was talking about the whole Rihanna versus
And
ASAP.
ASAP.
Common sense applies to everybody. Common sense, emotional intelligence.
Now we get to this. You're making a point where
everything that you want to see, everything that you want to talk about,
Yeah.
that applies. That this is not the time to reference this.
Yeah, of
and
course.
now another context that you are also missing in the whole issue is even before this particular Met Gala weekend, even before Tyla and Rihanna even stepped on stage, there has also been viewings from the Tyla fan base against the Rihanna fan base. You might not have been seeing it, but that has also been brewing.
That has also been. Can I pause you? Because I'm getting frustrated with this thing that you're saying. Wait. Can I pause you real quick? Can I pause you real quick?
Back. Give him.
Can I pause you real quick?
Emmanuel, before you talk. First of all, we can't hear you.
Wait, you
That's
guys.
the first part.
Wait, you got. I'm seeing my meters here. It seems like it's loud for you guys.
Okay, now
you guys
now it's a bit better.
Because you guys talk over me. That's probably why.
No. It was actually your mic. I've been saying this.
I see, and guess what? I did not change anything.
Okay.
I personally apologize.
I did not change. But okay, but on a real note, I know Slickback is saying, "Oh, this context, you missed this, you missed that one, you missed that thing." I don't know. Maybe you were silent or you were not paying attention because even in opening and addressing this topic, I cited those quote unquote contexts that I'm missing. Okay, the ASAP Rocky situation, the obvious back and forth that we've seen between Ayra stans and Tyla stans. It's obvious. You guys have just pointed those scenarios. I'm making them seem. Wait. Let me say this point real quick. I'm making them seem it's a nationwide spread attack that each other have. Meanwhile, we know we are on the internet. Stans move mad on a normal basis. You guys are bringing up those instances to make it seem as if, is this nationwide problem that Tyla has to address every stand comment. In that same vein, Tyla fans can come to you.
No one is saying that.
Listen,
Emmanuel,
in that same vein,
Emmanuel,
can I just finish this point? In that same vein, Tyla fans can also have the same response and say, let me bring you this example when this stan said, this mobster said this quote-unquote thing crazy about Tyla, and then we attribute all the sins of their stance to the artist. We're doing this thing back and forth, guys. We've
the difference
been here.
is that Ayra has addressed it.
We've been here with Wizkid FC. We've been here with 30BG. Like, let's actually grow beyond that and act. Don't make it act as if it's like, it's a context that I'm missing. Like, I didn't.
Emmanuel, listen. Sorry. Can I just say this quickly? Emmanuel, you said that. What's it called? Ayra could say the same. Tyla's fans can also say the same thing about Ayra, but that's the context that we laid out for you. There's several examples of when Ayra has, come out and said, "No, we're friends, we're girls," and stuff like that.
Again, that's
Ayra
doing her own.
Even if it doesn't have
change.
to be. That doesn't change.
Hold on, that doesn't change the principle. That doesn't change the
Emmanuel, it
principle.
doesn't
Okay.
have
Hold
to
on. Hold on,
be.
It
Naeem.
doesn't
Wait,
change
hold
the
on. Sorry,
principle.
sorry.
Sorry.
Emmanuel, it doesn't have to be aligned to a specific context. That's not what we're saying. That every
That's
issue
not what nobody's saying, and I think
that's
that's what
not what we're
I'm
trying to
responding
say.
to Slick
What we're
Back.
trying
I'm
to
responding
say
to Slick
is
Back
that
specifically.
there is still, like, from Ira's perspective, there's always a sense of sisterhood going on, but you don't see that same energy from Tyla in the public space. That's what we're
Okay.
saying.
Can I
Apart,
can I can I
yeah.
say something real fast? So sorry. Because I think there's a lot of context and confusion in the land. We'll start from here. The first part is this. And Emmanuel, this is where where there's the context you are missing
Oh
part.
my God. Okay, what am
You
I
are
missing,
talking
Belema?
hold on, you are talking about essentially the fact that the Rihanna thing is the ASAP her not talking to Tyla. But Slickback pointed it out, right?
Sorry, can you
That
rephrase that? Can you rephrase what
so
you just
when
said, like
the
about the
whole
ASAP
baby
thing?
daddy thing,
Yeah.
ASAP, she
Yeah.
didn't respond to Tyla. That was actually not the beginning of the issue. And I think that is the first point that Slickback pointed out to you, was that before the Met Gala ever even happened,
And
before before there was ever Tyla coming to let us know that Rihanna has not really interacted with her. Before that, on this internet, what has been happening the past
Belema, there's no argument there. What you're about to say,
the past year
we
or
agree.
two,
We made that
they've
point
been
already.
comparing. Hold on,
I know the
now.
point you're
They
making.
hold on, just hold on.
I'm just trying to
They've
quicken
been
this
comparing
conversation. Yeah.
her and Rihanna,
Yeah.
and they have been back
God.
and forth.
And you think I didn't
between
know
them.
that?
So in reality, it is not just Ayra fans and Tyla fans. It's
Belema, you
also
think I didn't know that?
Tyla
Belema,
fans.
you think I didn't know what you just said?
Hold on. I didn't say you didn't know that. I said you didn't mention that you focused on the
And I
ASAP.
did.
So that
And I
was the
did
first
in
thing
my
I was
exchange with
telling you.
Adewos. We literally even said it. Even when
Okay,
we're talking.
lovely.
Okay,
Like,
That
it
is the
doesn't
first
have
part.
to be.
Hold
Okay.
on. The thing here really is nobody is asking for Tyla or even Ira or even anybody that is in an artist or a celebrity. Nobody is asking for them to call out their fans.
Miss
One of the
Wasituya
things
did. Miss Wasituya literally did.
hold on. One of the things you said at the very beginning was when you were talking about the fans and the way they do it, right?
Yeah.
And all of that. Yeah. What was the response I gave you? They cannot control their fans.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's my point.
But, and this is where you keep missing it, is that while you cannot control your fans, you can set precedents. And how do you set precedents? Your fans can go around and say whatever they want. You do not have to respond to everything your fans say. You keep saying that that's what we are asking for. That's not what people are asking for. What we are saying is you set precedents. How do you set precedents? You open your mouth and you say, hey, this is my girl. Hey, I'm an artist. One time, you don't even have to repeat yourself.
Go ahead.
You can do, there are multiple ways you can do it. You can do this is my girl, we're friends, we make music, we are cordial, lovely, whatever. You can say that. Or you can literally not even address anything directly. You can go on the internet that you are perpetually on, the internet that you keep reminding everybody that you are always on. You can go on that same internet and make a note and say, hey, just wanted to do a call out. Around here, we spread love. You don't have to mention names. You don't have to call out a specific situation. You don't even have to speak to a specific issue or specific person. You can set precedents by saying, as an artist, I do not support X, Y, and Z. You can say it the one time and move on. What everybody is saying, what Naye has said, what Slickback has said, what Mrs. What's It To You has said, is that in all the different examples of situations that they have explained or called out on this internet, Tyla has never once taken any of those opportunities to set any sort of precedence. That is what the conversation is about. So while you're so focused on, oh, will she respond to everything? That is not what anybody is saying. We don't when they called Ayra a man on this internet, that was nobody expected her to say anything. What we expected was these were all several different examples of issues that have happened where she could have taken an opportunity of any one of them, or she could have ignored all of them and said something outside of this to set precedence of the kind of people she wants her fans to be. Now, do they have to follow her? They might not even listen to her. They might be like, that's your own bread and butter. We don't care. We're doing what we want. But what it would show is that Tyla has set precedents. And they're showing you time and time again, the only person that has set any sort of relationship precedence has been Ayra. That's really what the argument is about.
Emmanuel, sorry.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask, I guess Belema or anyone else that says...
No, wait, hold on. Can I just say this one thing?
Hold on, before you ask the question, can you tell us your central arguments, like your main point? That's what
I've said it multiple times.
No. The reason why I'm saying that, because I still cannot understand why you don't think. No. Hold on. No, I still cannot understand why you don't think that. Number one, even in all these things that have happened, Tyla does not have a responsibility, because bear in mind, she has addressed everything else. She has addressed Tiwa.
She has addressed what?
She has addressed the uppity comments. She has addressed. So that's why I'm lost in this conversation, because I've been following this thing from the beginning. So I'm confused on.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I think
you will collect champagne. You will collect champagne. Oh God.
And Emmanuel, if you think about it, at the beginning of this Ayra Tyla conversation, one of the things where you set your this or that situation to everybody, your this or that was, should she have responded icon, or should she have not? Or what was it that she said it in the sense of like, oh, this person responded to me or played my music? Or was it that she said, oh, I'm going to respond to this because under attack or whatever? You literally said, was that something she should have put forward? So then it now begs us putting the question to you that like, hey, if that could have been seen as some sort of shade, her saying icon, why can't
you're interpreting the silence
why can't someone's silence also be seen as shade?
Chakam.
Wait, how do those two things connect, Belema?
Can I just say something?
Wait. Okay, I was going to ask you guys. Anyway, at this point,
please ask your question.
Wait, can I just say something very quickly before you ask your question? I forgot to say that the world peace that's actually been discovered through this whole incident was that the Navy and the Beehive were all together, were united on one thing.
And do you know why that? Do you know why that exists? Do you know why that exists?
What, the Navy and the Beehive?
And all them aligning together.
Tyla has never said Beyonce is her inspiration. She's always said Rihanna.
Okay.
So the Beehive then
now let me
found
give you guys context that some of you might not have, quote unquote. And again, I never want to add it or say it as if you guys might not know this context. You do know about it, but I think you're ignoring the socio-political tone that currently Tyla is being seen as a proxy of that conversation. There is in the US, I guess Black Americans, we all know
the colored thing.
We all know there's more context there to a Tyla pushback. When there's a Tyla pushback, it's coming from a different angle once you see it from a Black American perspective. And that's why I see Beyonce fans.
I just want to point out
that's why I see
Rihanna
Beyonce fans.
America.
No. Sorry, no. What you're not gonna do?
I'm responding to Naye saying, "Oh, the natives and Beehive."
No. Hold on. Sorry.
I'm like, there's a reason why they can align on it.
Emmanuel, no. The Beehive comment was very surface level in terms of she has never said, and
She has never said that
it may
Beyonce
make
is her
the
inspiration.
beehive
She has only ever said Rihanna is her inspiration.
it may make the beehive sound very like shallow, but she has never said that Beyonce, and it may make the beehive also sound very entitled.
And you're
But she's
certain
never said
about
that Beyonce is her inspiration. When they ask who inspires you, even though elements of her artistry, I will not get into that, but she's never, mentioned Beyonce's name
So
in
she
any
has to,
interview.
is the point.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying now. I don't even care.
Okay.
But
Anyway,
the beehive
whose
have
name
now
she
said
has,
that,
whose name she
usually
has
by
mentioned?
She's
default,
mentioned
hold on.
Rihanna for sure.
Usually by default, if someone is attacking the Navy, the beehive will go pium and support the person. But they said, hold up, hello, sit down.
Okay, all right.
This person hasn't done this,
we'll lean
that's
into
why.
that Beyonce one. Okay,
But I
got
do feel like I do understand from a holistic, point of view, from an American level.
Yeah.
I can understand the colored argument and people amplifying it based on that.
Yes.
And that sentiment, that sting that Tyla has is there. But also Tyla hasn't helped herself because she hasn't, because and her label. And I know this is very much pushed by her label to have this whole Rihanna storyline, because they ran that until it cannot be run anymore. And I feel like that's where the resentment from Rihanna has come, because it's not you, especially if you're looking at the label that they represent. They're literally competition, right? She's part of Epic or whatever, and Rihanna is Rock Nation. Like, no, you're not gonna ride on my wave, on my fame, on my what's it called, legacy. So I hear it.
Real fast.
Right.
To transition, has anybody listened to Sarz and Benson's The Game Needed Somebody Sha?
I haven't listened to it, but I love the acting.
Okay, sure.
Before we even go far, just know that some people on some camps are serving people that are no longer in their camp. And it's tied to exactly this conversation. I will not name any names, but carry on.
You know what's so funny? I've listened to the project real fast, and I think one of the rollout first of all for that was beautiful. 10/10. Love it for them. Love their acting for sure. But when it comes to the music itself, what was it? There was a tweet that I saw that made me laugh. Somebody said, Sarz and Benson, I'm not sure the game needed this. And I saw Adeyo's tweet where he said only Benson can make a 5-track EP sound like a 12-track album. Typical. And I genuinely think that, like, don't fight me. Maybe the game needed only half of this, which is saying a lot. And I think that is just me, because it might not be everybody else's opinion, but it is kind of my opinion. Because if y'all remember last time when they first made the announcement, I mentioned that, like, while I do love a Benson and Sarz collaboration, I don't know that I was thinking about a project. And this kind of explained why I wasn't thinking about a project. But I know a few people said they've listened. So we'll start with Sleepback. Like, what did you think about the rollout? And then what did you think about the listen?
Since 2019, I've been preaching Buju supremacy. Not Benson, no, please. Buju supremacy.
Oh, are we talking about the Buju?
Yeah.
Benson and Sarz, yes.
Please, Buju and Sarz. Buju and Sarz.
Go ahead.
Okay, so please
Five
go
tracks.
ahead.
5 tracks. Out of the 5 tracks, the only one that I have an issue with is the Afro falsetto, which is the emotional pain.
Oh my God, emotional high.
Emotional high. Yeah.
I listened to that song and I said, actually, what is this? I was very confused by that song. So yeah.
See, and I feel like for a Buju stan that I am, nothing Buju can give me that I will not collect. And I really, really like my favorite track of the EP, apart from Back Outside, which I won't count it because it's the single, is it Already? I think it's Already.
He's already.
Yeah.
Don't worry. It's
Yeah.
going to be already.
See, Already is such a buju. Ah, God. He's just buju at his finest. Like his
Yeah, it's
delivery,
classic Buju. You get melodies
he's
and Buju.
just God. Buju is just too good. I also want to confirm from the videos that they released. I'm not sure the last video that they released, that particular song that they played is on the EP. Is it on the EP? I have to go and watch that video and confirm again. The one where like the skits
Yeah, I
where
know what you're saying. I had the same question because even
yeah.
already sounds different. Like there's a extra layered progression, like
hmm So
for some sound. But yeah.
I have
Also,
to
Back
confirm.
Outside has like a different thing going on in the outro. But yeah, continue.
Really, I have to go and check that out because Saz used to do something like that. But I'll go and listen to it. But I enjoy the EP. Now the question of did the game need it? We need it. Me and my household, we needed this.
You've spoken about Adekunle Gold Fuji Extra. There was a new Olamide single as well that dropped. Anyone tap in? It's called Rock Me
Yeah, I
Gentle.
listen.
How we feeling?
It's calm. It's calm.
Okay. Calm. That says a lot. What else?
It
Anyone else?
doesn't. In the context of Dante, it doesn't. It means it was a good listen.
No, I'm adding your calm and radio silence as well on the space.
Oh, maybe they didn't listen.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Any other thoughts on Olamide? Rock Me Gentle. All right. Cool. There was a song that dropped that I was crazy about, but unfortunately, it's not on the DSPs anymore. Last I checked, I could be wrong now. See, maybe it's back. But Kashcoming and Lojay dropped a song called Bololo.
Yep, they did. Oh yeah, that's right.
And
I never saw it on Apple Music. I have to go and listen on Spotify. But yeah,
it's
hard.
It's a very hard record. Lojay's verse is insane. It's
Do you
one
know
of those
what?
club like banger type.
It's Kashcoming
Yeah,
now.
it's Kashcoming. So
I
yeah.
I thought Lojay was gonna make like a pun on that Lulu part of like
Yeah.
the
I mean, but that
but
would have been on the nose.
he didn't do it at all, and I was like, okay, you know what, I get it.
But there were some lines there that were crazy. I can't remember now because I can't hear the song anymore. But
no, it was bars. Like,
no, yeah, he was.
It reminds me of the Lojay on the Nike remix because I heard it's part of the Nike.
Very heavy
the
on my
same
piano.
Lojay on the song with Maforisa. The one that Canada is that the song?
Yeah, Canada.
Yeah, that Lojay. Yeah. But this I can't remember if this song was on my piano or not. But it was a vibe.
It was a vibe,
bro,
for sure.
That song is so hard.
That song is hard, and it breaks my heart that it's no longer up there. I don't know, man. I don't know why it's taken away, but I have a clip on it of me reacting to it, so I don't know if it's even safe to put that out now. But anyway, that was Kashcoming Lojay because I thought that moment was hard as hell. I don't know. We don't have our R&B correspondence, but the greatest gift to Nigerian R&B, Iwar, dropped.
Yep.
Say my name. Okay. That I don't want to happen because brother.
I've already told you people Iwar doesn't make bad music.
Brother, that record, yeah, man.
Iwar does not make bad music.
He is special, bro. Yeah.
I may be quoting the wrong artist, but there's something very style plus about that song.
Yeah. I can hear.
I can't put my finger it's very Iwar, but it's very Nigerian R&B, like
bro. It's a sexy ass record. That's the bottom line. The pace on it, the vibe on it is something. Just, yeah, for sure, a good moment. Speaking of good moments, another moment that was damn near flawless for me, Emah Onigah, man. Emah Onigah dropped Item 7 EP, longer waited. Bro. Anyway.
Brother.
I know Harvey's waited.
Brother, I've been a patient man. You know, I've not said this.
Go ahead. Go ahead, man.
I mean, I'm gonna start with it was interpolation heavy.
Yeah.
I did not mind.
Yeah, there was a Mozart reference. I went back. I was hearing some Mozart, even though I was like, wait, I was itching. Where was this one? Yeah, it was a symphony.
Bro, I did not mind, bro. Easy ass listen, bro.
Yeah.
What? J. Cole would be proud.
For real, man.
And this guy, there's something about him not letting the beats breathe sometimes. He lets the beat breathe, though. But when he says, I want to choke the beat out, he will choke the beat, and the beat will beg for mercy, and the beats will not see mercy. He did chop the beats. He did chop the beats, bro.
I'm crying.
On that easy listen stuff, let me say something. For such a easy listen, you can just tell that this like his craft is not lazy in any way.
No, Dante,
bro,
yes.
because like if you've ever like written in your life, you know the amount of words this nigga fits into
the pocket.
I'm sure you had to do a lot of retakes as well.
Bro, and I'm like, okay, if like he has perfected his craft, that's how it feels. Like there's no, I don't even though like it's not okay, I'm staying in one place and I only stand one type of artist. I don't need like an evolution from him for like the next 3 years because what he has is already insane, and I don't think anybody's touching it, to be honest. And despite all the things going on, it's still it feels very subtle. It feels very perfect. Everything is well played. The structures are really amazing.
Bro, sequence and cohesion too, bro. Was it between track 2 and track 3 that I'm like,
do you know how crazy the cohesion is? Wait, let me say this. When I played the project, I didn't know my phone was on shuffle. I actually don't, because I don't use shuffle, so I don't know how it was on shuffle. And then I was like, okay, what's going on here? This was my third listen of the EP. I was like, oh, this thing is not correct. And then I turned it to one and I listened, and I'm like, either way, this could have gone. It could have still been fire.
Bro, this was properly curated.
I really liked the way this project was rolled out. Like it was very, and there was a video that he dropped, right? And it's very rapper coded for like the track list. And it was a different.
I'm going to do something now. Sorry, Dante. You see that video, guys? If you have something to shoot, go and meet Tife. That guy is a fucking genius, bro. Right. I feel like I invested in fucking Bitcoin. Like, bro, what the fuck, man? Everything just. Don't worry, man.
Nah, it was sick. It was sick, man. Now, if you haven't listened to Emah Onigah's Item 7, I think this is punching up there for one of my favorite listens this year. I'm holding on to it. This was a very, very strong impression for him to make.
For those who know, is Item 7 a reference to Item 7, like the actual Item 7?
Yeah, I'm sure it is, like food.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, bro, he fed us, man.
Like, he fed us, man.
Are you not satisfied?
Yeah. Can I just say that I don't like Item 7, Sha?
The EP?
No, there's no issue.
Wait, Belema.
We are good.
The EP?
We are good. You don't like it. We like that you don't like it.
I didn't say the project. Calm down. Before you people like eat me raw. Like calm down.
But it's like when it's not our intelligence.
No,
Belema, God does save you because people did ready to chop you the way
like I'm so confused. The energy. No, he made the reference to the fact that it's a restaurant, and I was just saying that I don't like.
You don't like the restaurant.
Yeah, there's this place like the 7 that's one big ass box.
I know. So you don't like the restaurant?
He knows, no. But that's actually fair. Don't worry. The first time I tried it too.
A lot of people feel that there's some questionable shit going on.
Oh, we've talked to Okwe Farmer Kid tonight. I love it.
That's so fun.
I love it, man. Anyway.
But yeah, Onigah, bless you for giving us good music.
Favorite records, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm not picking yet.
Yeah, it's hard to pick, but Chance, bro.
It's hard to pick, bro. But it's somewhere between.
My other spin was Redo Me, bro. Like, anyway. But yeah.
I like
Chance
Paradise.
Natural Highness.
Yeah, Chance as well. Natural Highness. The entry song was fire.
Man, I think it's Chance, man. Because for me, I think it's Chance, bro. That Chance, I can relate to the song. They give me ginger.
Yeah, no, he was.
He
was talking on Chance.
Man, nah, I'm not gonna call a favorite, man. Allow it. Just let it be. My favorite is Item 7.
He was talking on Chance, bro.
If better money enter your hand this period, you play that album. You go enjoy this life. I assure you, my brother. Because even if you don't want expectation self and your ginger go high, so bro, you need to listen to Item 7. Food day there to chop.
Nah, bro. Nah, I was really hoping to pull up the lyrics of Chance, bro, because this boy was talking, bro. He was saying, the lines are fading me. But anyway, go listen to the
Yeah,
Chance
they don't want to
record.
give me chance when Sky no fit
Yeah, when kind of
overpopulate. Why,
overpopulate.
bro?
Just
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
that line is crazy, bro.
yeah,
That's
bro.
so real.
I'm exactly what BSH is saying. Like, I can definitely see why you can connect to that so quickly, man. And yeah, for sure, bro. If you haven't had a chance to check out Emah Onigah, bro, I mean, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Brainy. I know Brainy was talking about him a while back on the space. When obviously a lot of the comparisons between Rema was coming up and everything back in the day, but yeah, shout out to Emah Onigah. I'm excited that he's actually has an EP in front of a major to support him in one way. And I love that some people are actually pouring into his ministry because, bro, he absolutely deserves to be invested in, and I'm hoping he takes off, bro. Hoping he actually makes so much like enough of a mark with the music itself, because obviously in this day and age, with all the noise that all the topics we addressed tonight, there's so much noise around the music. There's so much happening beyond it that the marketing now is now a big and critical part of your music. How the stories or narratives that exist about you out there, how much can you garner eyeballs, how much can you make a noise? But in that same ecosystem, in that same vein, we definitely had to make the contingent effort to outline or highlight just brilliant material itself. And just shy away from the noise. And it's sad because he doesn't have that noise aligned to him right now. He doesn't have an up. He doesn't have stands that are coming on space in the middle of the midnight to defend him. Some ways that we've heard some arguments tonight, you know what I mean? But damn yeah, buy your stocks now, man. Buy your stocks now for Emah Onigah is what I'm trying to say, bro. Big highlight for me this weekend from all the drops that we got. As well as drops that we got this week. Anyone tap into BK and Black Bones? I completely forgot to add that to my list, and I was beating myself after that for new music. But anyone tap in to BK? He's God. Finally releasing a record with Black Bones as well. Anyone tap in?
Pretty fire, pretty fire.
100, right? Song. Yeah, I need to definitely pick it up on my next New Music Friday. Any other thoughts on there was a song that I ran into. Shout out to the algorithm, man, Spotify. The J Pizzo and Logos Olori record. J Pizzo is a producer, Logos Olori on the record. It's called Make Money. I found that record cold as hell. I'm not too familiar with the producer, but I thought it was dope. The record was smooth. It had a very nice bounce to it. Just check it out if you haven't. That was the song, Get Money. Shout out to Logos, man. I'm hoping this as an artist that obviously you see something there. I know right now you may have parted ways, right? Yes, parted ways with I said ATTW, DMW, right? Logos is no longer there. Anyway,
we hope so.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, he's no longer.
I don't really know how their team used to usually work in 30BG.
Any other new music before we
no,
round up?
but speaking of Logos Olori and DMW, he had come up the other day to talk about like this BT, direct to consumer piece and how the streaming situation didn't make sense for him.
Okay.
And then I remember that
Thank you for mentioning
Sorry,
this.
let Dante continue so you can.
Okay.
Yeah, go
And
ahead.
I remember this week, although these have been like something I've been discussing for a while now, Jayakan came up and he spoke about Cream, which is a platform owned by
Cream.
owned. I was about to say something else. Owned by the bunch.
Yeah.
And there are some interesting claims. So it's apparently the first African-owned direct-to-consumer platform.
Here? Oh, Navi, are you present?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. Go ahead, Dante.
So yeah, that's basically my segue to this, which is, there are some interesting claims of they said 1 million downloads.
Very interesting claim.
1 million downloads, you can get 70 million naira, which is about
Now,
$50,000.
can or will I can't remember the English you got. So now here's the thing. I think it's very interesting. It's very interesting concept because just from my own POV. So I went on the website to check what's going on. So it's
Because why not?
exactly because why not?
I want 50K too.
Hmm?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I didn't know what you just said.
Emmanuel is also looking for money.
I said
Looking for money too.
Please go ahead.
So I went there and I was like, okay, I don't know how this is supposed to work. All I'm hearing is what he could do. And if we're talking about idealistically, I said, oh, okay, that's an interesting concept. But if the mathematics has to make sense at the end of the day, right? And that much I don't think anybody knows. So I went on the website to see what's going on. And I saw it's kind of like a bidding situation.
Oh, like an auction.
Like an auction. Right now, it's not even just music. There are like testimony type videos of people winning fridges, people winning like different things, and then there was even one person that demanded results. I was like, how much did you bid for this product that from what I'm seeing is worth like either tens of thousands or maybe hundreds of thousands of naira. And the person was like, oh, I bid 500 naira. And there's this thing they have on their website of the lowest unique bid wins. So like first of all, my opinion doesn't represent anybody. Second of I don't mean anything I'm saying in a negative way, just from an observatory perspective, right? So that reading that I was like, okay, I don't know what I mean. That was my thing. I don't know what I mean. And then the only record, I think like kind of popular record I saw that was being highlighted there was Dearly. Actually, I'm wrong. So there are a bunch of creators being highlighted. There's the Boundary, there's Wandeko, there's Nas
There's
Boy,
Nas Boy, yeah.
there is Yemoli's, but not is that the creator? I think I don't know, but I know
Yemoli's tagged as a creator here.
Okay,
as a creative,
because there's something about his clothing brand and how you could win some clothing items for as low as 100 naira.
So it's like a store. Each artist has their own
it's
store.
like a bidding,
I can't tell if this is like an auction. It's sounding like eBay,
exactly,
but
auction,
with a
like
tad bit.
Right.
It sounds like eBay, but with a tad bit of fraud.
Okay, no, Belema, let's not do that yet. Let's not do that
Don't
yet.
fucking kill me.
Let's not do that yet.
Belema, Jesus Christ, where did that jump out from? With a tad bit of fraud.
Okay, I'm sorry. I won't say
now,
anything again. Please
another
continue.
interesting, maybe not interesting. Okay, this is how I feel. So if you're familiar with like Barroso and how he operates like his own like record business and the division and conversations around, oh, do you go DTC or you go streaming? And he went DTC and made more money DTC rather than streaming and all these things. One of the things you will know is that he put a system whereby people can pay whatever they want for the music.
Got you. Right. I think that's what it is. People can be able to.
So I'm not like, okay, I think that's because if the situation of your fans, they really like what you're doing. And then, but then here's the thing. Something which I didn't read on the website, but Jayakan mentioned was, oh, you can pay airtime to buy records, like download them. And I'm like, okay, that's calm. I'm not against it because why? Because I pay for Apple Music using airtime, right? Because there are cards that like a bunch of issues. One of the reasons why Spotify got more users is because a lot of Nigerian cards stopped working for Apple Music, right? So I'm like, okay, that's fair and that's kind of like solid and low-key convenient again from my personal experience.
Yeah.
But I don't know how 1 million downloads equals 70 million naira, which is around $50,000.
Because I have two things
I
to
don't
say.
think that there is any DSP. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm open to being corrected.
There's nothing
that pays that amount.
There's nothing in the world.
Yeah.
In the entire world.
There,
wait,
especially if it's on a pay as you want kind of thing. There are two
Dante,
things.
Dante had a thought to finish. Just
please go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, I forgot that thought, but like I'm gonna say this. With how our economy is, having the DSP that just like pays the most like It is not streaming, right?
Yeah.
This is download, like permanent
Downloads, yeah.
ownership. So it's a different concept already, right? So I don't want to look at it from like a streaming POV. Does that make sense?
Oh,
Because
okay. I see
they're
what you're
talking
saying.
about downloads. They are
Downloading.
talking about
So it's like the dollar value
buying.
that you
Wait,
put.
Dante,
It's like
it says
a
1
big
million, 1 million downloads for 50 million naira, 70 million naira, right?
for
Yeah.
7 million. So
So
that's what
if
I'm
you do
saying.
the math
English
of that,
has meaning,
how
guys.
many?
Like words have meaning.
Yeah.
Are you using Khan? Is it auction platform? People can pay whatever. Is it a possibility thing? Like is it fees? Where do you guys get that number from? Those are my questions, because if we are looking at it from a Nigerian economy POV, how does an economy this bad produce that kind of math? So
Okay.
Yeah, I have.
the power is
The honest truth is
behind
Sorry,
it's
wait,
not
putting that kind of
impossible.
math?
Belema was
Okay,
about to.
Belema, go.
Yeah.
So sorry, I have two things to say. Your question of how are they able to do the $50,000? That's the fraud part of the eBay. But that was true. But on a serious note, the only person I know that I has successfully done this is not this extensive of a platform, not like building his own platform or anything, but has done this successfully, is actually Ryan Leslie. And what he has been able to do is do several levels of this. He's not only able to do the direct download ownership, which I think is very smart, but there's the bidding over when he's actually making the music. So being able to be there when he's making the music, being able to have prior access to some of the music before before everybody else has a chance to buy. I think the reason why this then becomes very much claim heavy, and this is really the fraud part of what I'm talking about, is they're spending a lot of time focused on selling a result that they cannot prove
They
or
cannot prove
provide,
that it's actually attainable.
especially if you have set it up in a way where people are meant to pay what they can afford.
Yeah.
Because Ryan Leslie also does that portion, but he doesn't do that for like the music. What he does that for is like for other things on the side. Or one time he would do that for the music when it first drops at the debut, and then after a certain time period cap, then it goes to one permanent price that
Belma,
everybody
can I ask you
buys.
something?
Yes.
And it's kind of like within a second. Sorry, guys, I'm taking so much time.
Oh,
But
no problem.
so like some of the artists who do this DTC thing, they do tiers also. So
Yeah.
like they knew that like if you're taking music from streaming, which such a passive platform can just indulge, is like minuscule like amount per month that for Spotify or whatever. They knew that they had to like add more things to their website or
Yeah.
more behind the scenes stuff to give credibility to why they are charging whatever they are charging. So is that kind of like that context?
Okay, real quick.
Yeah. Sorry, real fast to answer that. I get that it is that concept. I think the point where it then becomes very interesting is because for things like this to survive long term, there has to be a constant flow, right? It is why a lot of companies moved to membership. It is why we have streaming platforms and platforms and all of these different things. It is why you cannot even just download an editing app anymore. You have to go on subscription. It's why printers are now also on subscription. It's because it is not as simple as just giving you the download of the music. The ability to bring you back is really the winning thing here. And so that is where that tiered membership comes in. I'm very curious to see how far they go with this. There's so many portions of it that you've described that I think are great business wise, but then the capabilities and the management and all of that, they're not adding up.
Can I add to that point? I think yes, the capabilities of actually getting to 1 million downloads. I think that's the tricky question mark of it all. But I think if you look at the,
it's like promising something that will never happen.
Yeah, possibly. But if you look at the maths of it all, I think it still makes somewhat sense because it's per download in this case, right? And that per download can mean there's a certain price point that you have, and in this case it's like 0.05 of a dollar if you do the math of $50,000 to 1 million downloads, right? So there's a price point that feels still somewhat attainable. I think it's 7 million naira if you're converting it, right? That they said. Which
No, he says didn't he say 70 million naira?
was it 70?
70.
Was it 70 million?
70.
$70 million. Oh,
Yeah.
70 million naira.
70 million
Rather.
naira.
Can I
Okay.
comment this?
Which is about that would be 70 naira per pop, right? Like for a song, for a download.
Yeah, 70 naira. I did the math, yeah.
Yeah. So which still seems reasonable, right?
It's possible, yeah.
Yeah, it seems.
Nigerians cannot pay
So,
Yeah,
70
but
naira
that's
for a
when you
song.
mean
Okay,
70
so
million.
they absolutely can.
No, but
All right, can I
okay,
comment this?
9V, yes. I want to hear 9V on this because obviously you can put some of the
I mean,
other aspects to it.
I'm before you go 9V,
Yeah.
bear in mind, I'm saying they can afford it, but I still think the math is capped because there's a lot more to it.
All right. You see,
70 million is outrageous. So they
Okay,
used
okay.
to sell
all right, Derek,
albums.
please,
No,
can I
because
go?
initially I heard it.
You
I
guys,
heard
hold
it.
on, hold on,
Sorry.
hold on, hold on, hold on. 9V.
Yeah,
Please
9V
go
will go.
ahead.
9V will go for sure. Please.
Yeah.
9V,
All
go
right,
ahead.
so you see, the thing is, yeah, the whole idea is it's straightforward. It's bringing a platform where you can sell directly to the consumers, which is, I think, a conversation every execs have been having. I think few weeks ago, Miz and I were having that conversation, and it came to TL and tweeted about it that fuck the DSPs who want to sell this music direct, and it's a nice idea, but I feel like there are a lot of things people do not put into consideration.
Right.
You see, firstly, before I go to Crib, I want you to understand that Spotify, I've worked on reputation building where they have users that they are literally doing low-key advertisements and promotions for you that they can sync your song, they can be listening and then they'll jump on your song and everything. You know, we can also add it was for Ojima to break into the market during COVID. It's not that easy for a platform to just come and 1 million users to buy a song on there. It's like not feasible, right? Now, going away from that, yeah, I want to talk about the rep I feel from the platform, sir. It's not something to it's not like I am out of this world. I think Untitled did something a couple months ago where they allowed you can sell your song directly through Untitled. I think SoundCloud has done something like that to directly to the consumers. However, my thing when I saw it was that I do not trust
You
the
don't
whole
trust the
process.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hence my
because
fraud comment.
I don't want to paint anybody bad, but
Yeah, because this can
if
feel
you
very
search,
defamation-y, guys.
yeah, exactly. I think we should leave it like that. Like the old, and I think one thing they're not considering, which I hope they because I didn't make much research as Dante did. Every details I know about is that the videos I watched from Joye Khan, the details I read on the platform on TL, I didn't really pay much attention to it. I think the only tweet I made about it is just asking if anybody has tried put his song on there
Can
and
I read
whatnot.
some things just from a few diggings on the platform so far? Can I read some overview that I was able to pick up real quick? And I'll make it very quick. So the band screen platform is essentially it's a rebranded version of it. It's a 3.0 version to serve a
Yeah,
direct to
exactly.
consumer super fan. It first launched in 2016. I remember this obviously. As of 2026, the platform claims over 7 million subscribers across Nigeria, which is, yeah, that's the claim, right? And of course, the platform. Now, there's another aspect that I forgot. They're also claiming that that artists can earn 70 million naira for 1 million downloads, like we said. The platform also partnered with Afrexim Bank, which is designed to solve the low payout issues associated with traditional streaming services for African creators. The structure of it is, like the airtime integration as well. Like Dante mentioned, a key feature is the ability for users to purchase content directly using the mobile phone airtime, specifically for MTN subscribers via *463 hash, and making it accessible for users without bank accounts. And there's a superfan rewards feature about it, at which the platform promotes as a superfan model, where downloading songs or content costing roughly around 200 naira enters fans into daily rewards, including cash prizes and electric vehicles.
So it's gambling.
Incentivizing high volume engagement.
So see, now where I'm going exactly.
So one last point.
Where would this leave the CMOs in the all?
Yeah.
Where would this leave the CMOs?
Bro, no need to fixate on CMOs, right?
CMOs are funny, bro.
No need to fixate on CMOs. Think about all the industry players and how they will share that 7 naira. because artists, I don't think they've considered the fact that artists in general are not the most educated people about how to do basic things like upload their music, right? Hence the existence of distros. Now, bring it down to Nigeria, where education is even less than you would imagine than any other place in the world. And then it just becomes a shit show automatically. And I don't think they've considered all these factors. I don't know if you guys have ever watched videos that people that do pyramid schemes use to convince other people to join. They start with selling you the biggest dream. Do you want to own a private jet? Do you want to own a house in Dubai? How about Mumbai? Or let's take it to Bali. You can do all this with the click of one button. Bro, shut the fuck up. These things don't exist. It's not realistic. Yeah. Is it possible? By simple, simplified math, yes. 70 million naira from 1 million streams means that every stream is 70.
Every download.
For downloads, it means someone pays 70 naira and it can go straight to use an artist. Yeah. But everything in between is what they don't want you to know. They want you to enter first. But I leave it at that.
Sorry,
see, my thing is
sorry, real quick, 9V has the floor right now.
So yeah, sir. Before you came in, I was trying to talk about the legal aspect and also the financial aspects from the consumers. The legal aspects that's mentioned earlier.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. Yes, the legality of all of this.
It's Nigerians. See, we are in the government is trying to tax everything they could to pay our debts and everything. The direct consumer taking my goods. There must be someone in between, because I don't know if you know how distro works. Even your earners, your labels do not get it directly. You don't get it directly. You still have to use a particular semus that is going to get it, and everybody will take their shares. They will have to send it, pay everybody before it gets to you. Now, the idea of one company now turning to a marketplace where I can bring my content, you buy it, and I take my money away. I do not see the idea working. Someone has to be.
But then it wouldn't be like that. It should just be like another revenue source. Like it'd be another thing to add as your recruitment. It wouldn't be straight to the artist per se.
So that means you can, if you want to withdraw, they will take the percentage.
Yeah, the problem with that recruitment is that money will not come to you.
Yeah, because the money, you won't be in charge of that because a deal will be attached to it. Here's the way, like if you sign a deal, every single thing they can recoup on is included, right? So in this case, this thing, if it works, will also be included in your recoupment.
So streaming platform. So the normal DSPs,
it's kind of like, okay, you're publishing your PROs, right? They're not streaming platforms, but the money you get from them, you still recoup on it too. So it's just going to be another avenue to make money that people recoup on. Like if your artist performs and they recoup on their performances, it's just another revenue to recoup from. That's how it's going to be for the labels.
No, that's if the labels get involved in it. Because this can be something that they can individually an artist. I know artists.
Labels are in bed with everybody. Labels are also in bed with DTC platforms are
I
uploading.
spoke
Also
about
making
this. I
because
spoke about this, right? When we're
yeah,
having
you
the
did, and I don't know if there is
the
a thing like
yeah.
because I feel like at every turn in like music history, like innovation and all these things, oftentimes labels are usually late to
Labels,
the party,
they're gonna catch up.
right? Yeah, but then now it seems they are being at the forefront of like, okay, we don't want to miss anything again. But like that's just one person. But something I was gonna say was, um, not the band. MI did DCC for his project through Even,
Yeah.
right? And I think Ade was almost said like, even on here he said that he made money off that. I know of that. I know Brent Fires when he was gonna use Even because Even is like
J.
big,
Cole
right?
as well.
Oh, J. Cole also used Even.
Yeah, J. Cole used Even as well.
All right, but anyways, as long as it's not like it's impossible, because even okay, I don't want to go into like this whole La Russell thing again, and how Even came into the picture for him as well.
Yeah.
But what I think is it's not like you guys have established.
Sorry, but
like,
speaking about
especially,
Even, just to put context so anyone is confused about,
okay,
Even
yeah,
is a
Even is
platform that is the direct-to-consumer music platform. It exists right now as a way for independent artists to kind of sell music directly to their fans or sell merch or sell things
not
around
just
the
fans,
music.
super fans.
Yeah, to
It that
super
the reason why
fans.
it has to
Yeah.
be super fans because I'll give you an example. Brent Fires when he dropped Icon on Even, I think there was only a week gap between
Yeah,
buying
so
it
it's
on
for
Even
exclusive
and
early
dropping. So
releases.
you
Yeah.
gotta actually like care enough to not wait that 1 week.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. And
so that's why it has
the
to be
major
super
strategy
fans.
for them was, oh, you're gonna have the music exclusively for like say a week or two. So you get earlier releases to the drops. J. Cole did it for the last album, The Fall Off.
Yeah, and it's even similar to sometimes they do vinyls and they have like 2 or 3 tracks, and only if you have that vinyl that you have those tracks.
Yeah.
So like they also have to be like incentive in a way,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
we'll see how
exactly.
it goes. But I think a part of it that is not, I guess, not really our business, but I'm making it my business is the reason why it matters how much people are paying for any platform is how is the company making their own money.
Right.
Because in every structure, the brunt of like the
Oh, of
weight
course,
of
I'm sure they'll have
everything
a
is
like a
on
fee.
the consumers. So
Yeah. No, but I'm sure they'll have a fee for any creative that is making money there. Like, so your payout will have a percentage that they will be taken out of.
Oh yeah, there's that. So the
Yeah.
70 million might not be
So the
entirely
70
your
million,
own as
So
well.
here's
yeah.
so this is
Because
where
even I believe
I
even charges
now
20% or something.
yeah, so this is
So
where I now have something to say that has been bothering me since this topic started is the fact that like when you start thinking about these things, right? And obviously, like you said, the company, which is the critical part, the company has to make money. As of right now, when you said you did the math, it would require about 70 naira
Per download.
per download, right?
Yeah.
The problem is they do not have that amount of users, and even the amount of users they claim to have right now is with side-eyed. I'm looking at them.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because when you now start to think about it, the current rate that things are going for is 200 naira. I'm still trying to get my hand on understanding like their full structure.
Oh, Bellama, sorry to interrupt you. That 79 is what you will get back. They've not told you how much they are collecting.
No. So that's literally what I'm saying is that like
Yeah.
that 70 naira is what the calculation is. We have not done the part where like basically the same thing. We've not done the part where we're talking about how much they're charging, how much all of that is. But what I'm referencing right now in this moment is the fact that their current rates, their current going rate on average for things to sell is 200 naira because they do not have that user base that would reduce it to 70 naira. So as of right now, it's multiple people, it's less people, so things are more expensive. So until they have that number, everything's gonna be higher on there. And so then it then begs the question of how many people need to actually subscribe to be part of it. And then this is the part that is also confusing me is that do they have for the users, because obviously there will be a fee on the artist side, we've established
Exactly.
that,
There'll be like a 10%
but for the
or
users
5%.
is there like is it some sort of subscription every month or what is that?
It doesn't seem like it. It seems
No,
like
it's most likely like,
it seems like
oh,
they're
you
going
create
to
an account,
direct.
and
Yeah,
anytime you indulge,
I feel like it's more like Apple Store, yeah. Like,
yeah, like iTunes.
like
which is.
iTunes.
Yeah,
Got it, got
But you
it.
But
see,
something
this
more
is, I feel
funny.
like another
Sorry,
thing I
can
want to talk about.
Can I quickly say something? I
All
think
right.
something more hilarious than for what the percentage you are taking is like, what if there's a requirement on the amount of downloads you need to have before you can withdraw your money?
Mm.
And
yeah.
somebody said something that like,
See,
oh, if
Dante,
you
you're starting to
wait,
like
wait,
open up the Pandora's box I'm talking about. There's a
I
lot that's
know,
not
yeah,
being
another
said.
Pandora
He
box.
loves the
Somebody said,
Pandora's box,
what
man.
if you actually have to get 1 million downloads before they give you any
Before they give
money?
you the money, right? That's another thing. It's possible, but then again, I don't think they've fleshed out everything for us to
I
understand.
was saying that's just crazy.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Emah, question is, so they haven't fleshed out everything, but they can advertise
they could.
the
Yeah,
sweet part, right? No,
yeah. They
voila.
have, this kind of exists because obviously this is a music space, but this kind of exists already in other aspects, like say content creation, say like courses, for instance.
Exactly.
There
Yeah.
are platforms like Seller right now that exist that you can actually directly buy from creators. You can buy from people that are selling things, either be it merch or a course or something. So could that same like literal structure that exists already and is already helping people like make money? There's commerce happening. It's a whole platform that has been thriving for a while. Can that also exist in a musical light? Because we're making it seem as if the market is not.
In Nigeria, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, in Nigeria,
Yeah,
it's like this
it's
exists in
possible.
Nigeria. That's what I'm saying, right?
It's possible.
Um,
Like it's
and
it's
I,
possible,
yeah,
and I just think they need to. We really need to know what they're offering beyond what you're gonna get.
for
And
sure.
my reason is this:
Mm-hmm.
if the reason is because like what stops an artist from opening their own website? Like, I'm talking about artists with clout, opening their own website
Yeah,
like a Benson and said because Benson did the NFT thing and he had like some perks to
yeah,
if he had his NFT, you could even come to shows without tickets, all
right.
of that. But I'm just saying like if like there are other things, it's just not just going to be just a marketplace and everybody is trying to like if you use United Masters for instance, it's easier for you to like get into even there's like a
Right.
pre credit. I've forgotten what it is. But if it's like it just needs to present itself in a much more nuanced and
Convincing
better
way.
way,
More
convincing way.
convincing
That's it.
for the artists and the creators themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Because it's just a question of does it make sense at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Because even in DTC, there are artists who are still not going to do DTC. Like
Yeah,
there
of
is
course.
no like fixed anything for even Spotify, bro. Like Spotify has like these algorithm rules on releases, and I was watching an interview of one of like the Spotify department heads, and it's like, oh, by the way, the whole releasing back to back thing is actually not for every artist.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
design their system to be so like
Mm-hmm.
if it makes sense for people, it will go. And I understand credibility
Yeah,
of
credibility
the
is a
question
big
is
thing. Exactly. I think that's where this scary situation is, and I know Naive is pointing to it too as well.
yeah,
It's the
but it's
credibility
clearly
of
yeah,
it.
that's what I was
But
saying.
the
It's clearly like
idea, the
that
concept, like yeah,
is good.
I don't think it's a
It's,
bad concept, and especially in an
yeah, but
economy for music artists where direct to consumer in this streaming world is very very unfair to Nigerian artists, right? Or just unfortunate, not necessarily unfair, like, because that's not the right terminology. It could be a fair wage based on what Nigerian market is pouring into Spotify. It could be. I'm just leaving that realm. But then again, it's still a gigantic corporation that wants to squeeze the juice and life out of every creator that is on their platform, and their owners, their CEOs, are raking in money in the billions. And investing in God knows what. But anyway, I think it's still an option for Nigerian artists as well. Like this idea, because I remember bringing it up in the other conversation. I can't remember which other conversation we had that I brought up even, and I think it was with
no, there was
Adekunle.
multiple, but there was one when Ashake and Yonade were going back and forth about oh
Yeah,
if Ashake drops album, there it was like I'll leave.
yeah, yeah.
And I'm like,
But
yeah,
yeah, I
no,
mean, it'll
I
be
get that.
interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, fun conversations as usual. Appreciate you guys for indulging us all. I think we've had a fair share of conversations tonight. Shout out to everybody, man. Appreciate you guys for joining the space. We'll be here hopefully by God's grace next week to jump on more. But on that note, Belema, any words of wisdom before we leave?
Moral. Anytime I say moral instruction, it just feels weird because it's giving very fouls.
Man.
I don't like that.
Oh, by the way, speaking of fouls, okay, rappers having AMVCA, it's a different conversation now we're having. Shout out to Big Fouls, but Wale Davis, Wale Davis,
my name
Wale.
Wale
Davis. Shout out to Wale, man. Obviously, this movie did so much for Nigerian movies in general. Shout out to him. I think
me and you already talked about this, but the fact that like he mentioned not having won a music award till
in music,
like but he has won a music award for
he has won multiple for his film, which is crazy. Again, it's so like, I mean, it's just the nature of it, as I was saying. It's the nature of music awards and recognition of arts in general, is that you can obviously substantiate everybody getting an award, but the logical and practical, the statistic basis is that not everybody can walk away with an award. There's only so many categories. There's only so many nominees, and it's just unfortunate in time at the time. An artist as with a catalog as robust as his, with so many of the impressions he has made for Nigerian music in general, that hasn't been awarded at all for it. But it's nice to see that he's getting some recognition and flowers in other avenues, man. Shout out to Wale Davis, show them camp, man. All right.
Go Ted.
Belema, sorry, before you go on with some more instruction, I just want to mention something. I do not know if you can do this probably next week. I think it's time this space have a conversation about AI and music, and
I mean we have, but we can have another one.
I feel like we talked about how they use it. I'm talking about AI music, like it's topping charts now. It's getting into I don't know.
And what was that guy's name?
The second voice.
Voice or whatever.
Second voice that use AI too. His case is very interesting too. But yeah. We can have the conversation for sure.
Yeah, we can have another conversation. Yeah. Okay, moral of the day. Moral instruction.
We should just call it moral instruction, man. I love it.
Notes to take away, words to live by. I would just like to tell everybody that wouldn't it be nice if everybody got along? But since not everybody can get along, the moral instruction today is if you see a stan, use koboko and flog them. It is an instruction. Please, if you encounter a stan this week, make sure you flog them with koboko.
We are not advocating for violence.
And then come. If the stan can do violence online and go about their day, you can do violence in real life. Next time you encounter, use koboko and flog them.
Wow, these different platforms today. We've advocated for violence today.
Yeah, because when we advocated for love and peace, they called our mobster a man. And when we said that everybody should get along.
I love how Stanley we went today, bro, with the argument. I was just
in essence, Flog is stand today.
In essence,
yes. Flogging some of you on this space then.
Today. That is my moral instruction. Flog is stand today.
All right, man. No, shout out to you guys, man. Today's conversation was fun. Hope you enjoy your week. We should be back next week, God willing. All exciting drops, by the way, to talk about forthcoming. I didn't really mention them, but we'll be back for sure. Appreciate you guys, man. Enjoy the rest of your week. We out. Peace.